Straight Riffin is filmed in front of a live internet audience.
I am riffing. Mitch is riffing. What more can I say? Straight riffing. Do you know how fucking desperate I am for some comfort in my life? I need that pillow.
This show is intended for mature audiences only.
I've seen a lot of dicks.
I don't know how much more disgusting this experience could get.
Are you really not having a good time?
I'm having a fantastic time. I just can't believe how disgusting you
I
are.
kept yelling, I'm not gonna whip my dick out. We talked about that. I'm not gonna do that.
Featuring your host, Mitch Marzoni.
I don't walk around going like, hey, I'm really weird. Look at me, I'm weird. As far as I'm concerned, I'm perfectly normal. It's a litmus test for freaky.
And Teddy Tutson.
I'm a hate mercenary. Yeah.
All right. Hate mercenary.
Hater for hire. Hater for hire. I should put on a disguise.
There are two victimless crimes, all right? One, jerking off when your window's open. Two, necrophilia.
I'm confessing to a large-scale crime.
Okay, all right.
now.
Legs akimbo, engaged in sexual discourse.
Come on, man. What kind of guest are you?
It's archived for posterity,
Great internet.
so it'll come back to haunt you every day.
Yikes.
It's time to riff.
Oh, that is right, bitches and motherfuckers. It is October 1st, 2012, episode 81.
81.
I am your host, Reverend Mitch. It is time to riff the fuck on. With me, as always, is the difficult Brown, the hater for hire, Mr. Teddy TMI Tutson. How the fuck are you, sir?
Oh, Mitch, I'm hanging in there, man. I'm riffing on that gainful employment. You know what I'm saying? Got bi-weekly paydays coming on that. Remember the 6th of November. Holla at your boy, Flavortown.
Fifth.
I said 6th, election day. I know what I meant.
Okay. All right. Well, up until that point, I
Yeah.
actually
You
knew,
were with me.
I knew
and
what
then
you
I
were
hit
saying.
you with the wrinkle from the streets,
You
Mitch.
fucking, you got me, you bastard. You bastard that you are. And our guest this evening, Mr. Cyrah Hawkins. How the fuck are you, sir?
I'm working on it. I didn't pay my rent today.
Okay.
I'm working
Hey,
on how I'm doing.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Neither did I, so it's
Shit,
okay.
yeah.
It's the first. Nobody pays on the first.
Shout out to late rent payments.
Yeah. Paying on the first, it gives them too much power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pay on the first, and then they start expecting it on the first.
There you go, make
That
it
is
sweat.
a good point, bro.
You know what I mean?
You gotta adjust the power dynamic with the landlord. Do you know
That's what I'm
I mean?
saying,
I'm actually
yeah,
thinking about
yeah.
that this weekend. That shit is real feudal. That's real feudalism that we still have baked into our language, bro. Landlord, you can't just be some sort of property manager. You gotta be a landlord, son. Am I really a serf? I am. I'm just a peasant.
Living a fiefdom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You are. So yeah, take a fucking step. I'm paying you on the second.
Yeah.
Land Duke, and call him a Land Duke in your face.
I go 6:30 on the 3rd. That's what I do. 6:30 p.m. on the 3rd. That's
yeah.
what I do.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I'm like, if I were working, if I went to a 9 to 5 job, I wouldn't be able to make it there until that time anyway.
Right.
So I figure
The flip side of that.
I can pretend that's what I was doing. I was at work.
Hey, well, traffic. It's LA. You can-
Yeah. So it's like it's fine.
The flip side is how good it feels when you go from straddling that side of being like, damn, am I gonna cobble together the rent? And then you cobble together the rent and you drop it off, and there's just that relief, the sense the burden just dissipates.
I get totally the opposite.
Really?
I don't know if I'm alone in this.
Kyra,
Kyra, help me out on this.
Yeah, where do you fall on the
Where I
spectrum?
go is like every time I do that, I'm like, dude, that's a lot of money that I just don't have anymore.
And I'm like, I did it. We
for like-
did it. I have a
For
serfdom
just because
for one more
I
day.
want a box with carpet that I can sleep in for like most of the month.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm paying you this ridiculous amount of money to just keep my shit in a box that has carpet. Like, it just
wait.
seems unfair.
I have 7 roommates, so.
Oh wow,
Where are you living at right now?
Bel Air Mansion.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a dugout.
Yeah.
It's made of Adobe.
7. I actually lived with 9 people in Seattle once, so
Oh, shit.
I'm kind of.
Are there
but
webcams everywhere?
No. Maybe for you, you don't go to the gym. So nobody would want
Yeah.
to see.
There
No,
is
I don't.
some fiber optics
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
Hidden,
on.
even.
Is that what we call it? Fiber optics?
Yeah.
I like that. That's real. That's real.
Well, that's a
corporate speak
connection more
I
than
know. Mitch,
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
I get the semantics, Mitch.
Today,
you got-
Teddy was. I was trying to just explain to Teddy the what's the word I'm looking for? The politeness or whatever have you, the ethics of Wi-Fi.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
when you go into an office of any kind, so
Yeah.
what's your Wi-Fi password? You know what I mean?
Right.
You get that prompt
I don't
out.
want to be the dude that just shows up to the office and be like, yo, where the Wi-Fi at?
Exactly.
You got a password? And then you like shame people for having a password.
No, I'm not shaming. You just say, listen, you got to get stuff done. I'm gonna need this password. Gonna
That's
need
correct.
that.
That's only if you're like a contractor, bro.
Why do I feel like you're like on his side and my side? He's not taking a side on
I'm
this.
being very Obama right now.
Yeah, it's fine. I was like hoping for you to be like, hold on, now we're talking about something. I have let me tell you where I come
Still
down.
hasn't
on
answered
fucking
on the
Wi-Fi.
rent question.
Nah, that's
He still does not
Oh.
tell us where he falls
Oh
on the
yeah,
rent
where do
spectrum.
you fall on
Are
the
you
rent?
on the relief? Or are you on the like, damn, all my money is gone?
It varies. Sometimes I am the savior, and then sometimes I'm like, fuck rent, fuck Hollywood, fuck y'all. You worry about it. I'm not worried about it.
Right.
The next month it may be me, that's saving everybody.
See, I've never had that real like big communal
Yeah.
living situation
Yeah,
out in
it is.
LA.
Do you
I
enjoy
feel like
that?
That's very.
Yes and no. It's a love-hate, but for the most part it's good because people stay out of town and stuff like that. So
That's always nice.
See, you don't know. See, do you know everyone that's in your domicile?
Oh yeah, that's the
'Cause,
advantage
like-
we have. We all went to college together.
Okay,
and we moved
see.
out here together.
All
So
right.
we've been doing this shit.
See, I lived in more of like a cult-like commune. so
See, you don't know if like a Breaking
yeah.
Bad episode is popping off
Oh,
next
yeah.
door.
I still haven't seen a
there's no
single
bueno.
episode of that.
You really, I couldn't get through the first season because there was a lot of depression. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. I'm real.
You a Breaking Bad fan?
I don't know what that is. Is that a TV show?
Wow, man.
Is it on Netflix?
I thought you were a terrorist last week, sir.
Yeah,
That was based on what we liked, not what we knew about.
Well,
yeah.
Surely you've heard about Breaking
I've
Bad.
heard about it.
Okay.
This is like the
I've
second
never
time.
seen it, but
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
It's a shitload of stuff I don't watch.
Yeah.
I'm catching
what's,
up.
What's your
I'm
jam?
catching
What's
up
your
on
What's your
things.
TV jam?
I just keep that shit on Cartoon Network. Whatever.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Adult Swim, I guess. would
You
say.
get high a lot, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sports
Okay.
is football, so that.
Yeah. All right.
You're real
That's
limited.
it.
Looks like the opposite of your television palette. essentially.
CNN.
CNN's the worst, dude. CNN's the worst. Adult? Are you
I
Adult Swim
think-
or Cartoon
I think,
Network? Because
I
it's a
think
difference.
television news is
It's
bad.
a difference. It's a
bad
difference.
idea,
Am I wrong? Adult Swim versus Cartoon Network, right? There's a subtle difference there. I would say. What are you keeping it on?
Very
but
subtle.
but they're
Are there?
it's the same channel.
No, it's like Power. I don't know what they run during the day. They're in Cartoon Network, but it's like Phineas and Herb.
yeah.
See?
The regular show.
See?
Adventure Time.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows the lineup. Okay, so maybe the line is blurred.
It would have been like in the '80s. Do you watch Nickelodeon or do you watch Nick at Night?
No, that would have been a
Right.
huge difference.
Snick.
Actually, that would have been the difference between colored TV episodes and black and white episodes.
Snick was the shit.
I love Snick. Big orange couch.
Yeah.
You
But I mean,
were-
it's not like Adult Swim is its own channel. It's
I'm not
still,
saying it's its own channel, but I'm saying it's a firm break
Yeah,
in
there's a
terms of
segment,
programming.
right.
Okay, it's a multi-hour. It's
yeah,
a
I
multi-hour
can't.
break.
I can't get into Cartoon Network prior to Adult Swim. I can't. Like it's too. I don't know what it is. I just watch it and I go like, it's too silly. I don't know.
Yeah.
as weird
it's
as
pretty
it
much
sounds,
on
like, I
mute
just-
during the day. Adult Swim, you're going to crank it up.
Do you have kids?
No,
This,
no.
this is all for you.
No kids off for me. I'm enough.
All right. No, I'm just checking.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a
Could
fair.
go either way.
It's a fair question. If anyone makes that open
That is-
confession,
that
it's
is
just
fair.
all I do is watch cartoons, bro. That's all I do.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm thinking like, okay, you smoke a ton of weed,
That's
or
a
you have
checklist.
kids in the house.
There's a checklist there.
Yeah.
Do
If it's
you
not,
make-
if you were like, no, never smoked weed in my life, then I'd start like I'd have to push
We'd
away
have
a
to
little
build.
bit.
We'd
like,
have to build a new
But
profile.
like, God, I'm a little uncomfortable here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is it always on Cartoon
Yeah.
Network? What are you bulding?
That's strange.
What's
That would be
building
strange.
in there? Yeah.
It's a weird. The stoner demographic is perhaps the most amorphous of all demographics.
That's what I think. I feel like Adult Swim was specifically targeted at that. Like Cartoon Network sat down and they're like, we're noticing that like
Dudes that
a
are like
lot
30.
more people are watching our station that probably shouldn't be watching our station
Right.
at hours we don't even have any programming. So we should probably just make the weirdest shit. That's like, Aqua Teen Hunger Force was one of those shows that like you get high and you watch it and you go, I got it. All right. But if you're like,
I feel like
not high,
Wasn't
you're like,
Space
what?
Ghost?
Space
Were you a
Ghost.
Space
Yeah,
Ghost fan back in the
It was
day?
cool. It wasn't like here or there, It's like whatever. It just comes on. It's like, what is he talking about?
I mean, it
That
was
was a transitional show.
that was the
Yeah, it
trend.
was.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It was
sort of like the
like
turning
90s,
point.
yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed some Space Ghosts.
Sure.
I
Brack
really,
was funny. I like Brack. He was
Brack was
funny.
good.
Yeah.
That was the mantis, right?
Right, yeah.
But it was like
Zorax
like
or some
you're
shit.
watching something
Yeah.
that's extraordinarily weird.
Yeah.
You know, 'Cause it's like a superhero talk show with strange.
They got a
strange
couple of
things
those other
happening.
ones, like The Tick, right?
The Tick.
And
That was like Comedy Central back in the day. I remember the Tick.
I love the Tick, bro.
oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
on Cartoon Network. Was that
It
Comedy Central?
might have been in the Cartoon Network.
Well,
And then there was what's his name?
There was
the guy with
horrid
the
live action
the blonde
version.
hair, the big blonde hair, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Seth
Yeah.
MacFarlane was writing on that.
Oh,
That's
really?
where he got his start. Yeah,
Really?
I read
did
that.
not know that.
Did not know this.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
he
Yeah,
wrote
I
for Johnny
just
Bravo.
he is apparently hosting the Oscars, by the way, too.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw that.
I saw that too.
I am.
That's gonna be awesome.
Is
That doesn't surprise me at all, because he's been hosting. What he hosted
hosted
the
a
Emmys,
roast.
right?
I saw him host roast of Donald Trump. Was it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's working. He's been working his way there with. It's like this perfect venue for him. He's got
Yeah.
the skits and singing and musicals and numbers and what have you.
Yeah.
Grandiosity.
I gotta wonder, like, I think sort of both Seth MacFarlane and Joss Whedon, in a way, there's so much envy for, like, wow, you're at the top of your field, you're respected by a lot of different subsections. Everybody just loves what you do. You haven't flopped yet on anything.
Oh shit.
Somebody got a text message, I think.
My fault.
That's great. That's
But-
great.
but-
That's like a ghost of Ed McMahon took over the studio for a second.
Yeah,
it was
that-
perfect.
I know why you're doing that.
Don't you?
Calling me Johnny Carson White again. Anyway, so like I wonder if like Joss Whedon or Seth MacFarlane are like, oh, this next one better work. Otherwise, it's like what I mean? Because once you fuck up, then
Right.
it's like, are they? Is it like okay? There's a fault in the system. You know what I mean? There's a like they're not. Right now, Joss Whedon and Seth MacFarlane have really done no wrong as far as their art.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't, even if you don't like everything, they haven't like made complete shit.
An
yet.
abomination. I mean,
They
I
didn't
feel
go like, oh, Superman 6? Yes.
I
Batman with
feel
nipples?
like-
All right, count me in.
I
They
mean,
did
I
not
feel
do
like
that
the
yet.
Seth MacFarlane, with some of the criticisms of the quality of Family Guy in later seasons, you're probably getting a lot closer to that than maybe Joss Whedon has. And then in terms
Wasn't
of
he getting that for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, though?
I mean, it's fair, but was he?
I mean, I don't know. I never watched
I mean, I wasn't a big Buffy fan as well, too. But I mean, I didn't really watch it. I have a lot of friends who swear by that show and Angel as well.
You're a friend of the gay community. I appreciate that. It's good.
Surprisingly, there are many of them are heterosexuals. But
That is surprising.
It is,
And male.
and females too, I guess.
Well, I'm just, that's what I'm saying. And male. 'Cause,
Heterosexual females are the shit.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
was
Big fan. I'll drink to them.
But
I don't appreciate the TV preferences sometimes. Like the,
No. But
hands off my DVR, but,
Yeah.
we can kick it.
I feel like he wasn't necessarily as overstretched as sort of maybe Seth MacFarlane was with American Dad, Family
Oh,
Guy,
that's true.
Cleveland
Yeah.
Show.
Oh, sure,
Then he
sure.
had the comedy cavalcade web thing.
I remember that.
went for like a very brief time. It was like a blip in history.
You're talking about those like 10-second, 30-second
Yeah,
clips?
but it was a huge announcement
Yeah.
when he signed that deal, though.
Oh, I thought they were just Burger King commercials.
Yeah, it's like Super Mario. And,
Yeah, but it was-
Super
It's like they would have like a Burger King logo in the
would.
bottom corner. It was like, that's the only reason you're making these, right? You just want to like, they'd be like, this is funny. I should get some Burger King and watch
now he's
them
doing
all.
Wheat Thins commercials. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
they
him and
have those
Stewie,
now.
the Wheat Thins,
Wheatmans.
like the Cool Whip.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, but look, I remember back when Simpsons did Nobody Better Lay a Finger on My Butterfinger.
And
so,
look,
I mean,
I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
The Simpsons still. I mean, like, if you want to use an example of something, like, yeah, sure, The Simpsons still has a certain cultural pull, a certain cultural relevance, and whatever. But is it still The Simpsons? Do you know what I mean? Like, if The Simpsons finally wound it down 3 to 5 years ago, are we really missing out on some real groundbreaking?
I'm
art?
hoping, like, all of the shows that I like, I just want them all to end. I'm in that mood in my world where I just want to see the end of things.
Yeah. End of
You know what I
days.
mean? Like, Weeds just ended like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if anybody, is it just me? I followed
never got
that
into
from.
Weeds.
I've watched it.
I've watched every single episode, and the last like 3 seasons were it just got progressively worse and worse.
feel like-
and in this last season, nothing happened for 11 episodes, and they did a 1-hour finale, but it took place 10 years in the future. That was it. They did nothing for 11 episodes, and they were like, "Here's what would have happened if we kept it going." And I kind of appreciate that. Like, I'm good. I've got closure. I'm done. I want this to be the last Dexter season.
I'm still
I'm waiting
stunned.
for Californication to finally end. Oh, I want Simpsons over with.
I
Family
want all
Guy,
hot tubs cold.
Family Guy, I don't really care. Like, they can go on forever with that because it's just a clip show, really.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other things, I just want to see the end of them. You know?
I mean,
don't
I
know.
think
Am
the thing with
am I
like
selfish?
Dexter
No.
is a good example. I am still stunned that you could go that long with that premise. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if you really laid it out as it was portrayed in the beginning, you really only got like 4 seasons, 5 seasons tops.
No, they're on the 5th, right? Or 6th?
No, they're aren't there like 7?
I thought it went on the 5th.
I think they're either
Dexter?
5th or 6th.
I feel like it's been on for ages though.
well,
I
it
didn't know it was
has,
still
but
on.
Hasn't
I mean,
it been on for like 9 years or something?
No, no,
Been on
definitely
forever,
no,
dude.
no,
Dexter has been.
not
I
9
feel like
years,
I
no.
feel like generations of families have been birthed and died in the time span.
That's
that
definitely
Dexter has
happened,
been on.
but very weird generations.
talking
We're.
whole-
I'm sorry. It is on its 7th season.
No, fuck
Oh,
all
it is?
y'all. Fuck
think-
all
I
y'all.
think-
I
I
told
think.
y'all.
What is the
motherfuckers.
season 7 right here then?
I think.
And it's been on for like 12 years though, dude. They have stretched the fuck out of those 7 seasons.
Yeah, they did. I
I'm just
forgot it was
saying.
on.
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
but
seen
you
the
haven't.
Billboard.
You haven't caught it since what? Season 2?
Huh? I
It's
haven't.
just a cell phone attack tonight.
Blow it up, bro.
Yeah.
Multimedia attack. No,
Jesus.
I caught in like a little bit of season 1, and then like I fell off, and then all the
Uh-huh.
hype picked up or whatever.
Alright.
But I was just like, fuck, like Dexter's still going. Dexter's still going. It's still going. We still talk about Dexter.
I thought the shit was off. I seen a billboard and I was like, oh.
That's what I
yeah,
mean. Like
it's
every
on.
now and then, I know that Dexter's still on because like a billboard pops
Yeah.
up with the face, and I'm like, really? More Dexter?
Yeah.
We're still going?
I think. I mean, there's rumors that this is going to be the last season. I'm
And I
hoping.
remember he was sounding like a big extension or something a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Well,
So, like-
fingers crossed. This is the end. After this.
I
I
don't
mean,
know, man.
I've
I
been
mean-
saying for a while, like they're running out of. The first season was phenomenal. The second season was really good. The third season was better than the second, and then it's just been weird. But
I feel like the
the
Office.
last
is
season I
the-
did not care for in any way whatsoever.
The Office, I feel like, is the
Oh, no, wait, no.
most.
Yeah, last season, 5th and 6th season, didn't care for it all. They were both just terrible.
Not a fan of. See, I said 4 seasons tops, bro.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I
what?
don't think anything should go beyond like
5 seasons, I feel like you're
5.
pushing. I feel like The Office is the
Mad Men's
quintessential
about
example.
to do 5. They
It-
just finished their 4th,
There's
right?
no
that?
reason.
Mad Men, right?
Oh,
Or
I
did they
think
just finish
did.
their 5?
I think they did. 4?
I can't tell if they did 4. Or
I
5
haven't
already.
gotten in.
I
there's
have all
no
the ones
reason
prior to the most recent
There
one.
should be first of all, there's no reason there should be an Office spinoff with Dwight happening.
They're doing that?
Yeah, Shrewd Farms. It's happening. It's a real thing. Yeah. You see all the disgusted faces that just popped up right
Yeah.
now? That is hey, NBC. Listen to the silence and the disgust.
I disagree.
You want to see it?
No, I just.
Oh, okay.
I'm co-signing.
I
You
was gonna
disagree
say-
with their
I was-
decision.
I thought you were like, no, don't listen to the disgust.
Yes.
But I'm saying, so there's that. First of all, you've had
What
like,
if they
3
decided it's
additional
Fruit
seasons.
Farms versus Cyrah Farms? Then are you on board?
Yeah. What if you're a rival beet farmer?
Yeah.
I would be that. I would be a rival beet farmer.
Okay.
Way to take that. Way to take that. There.
I-
But
I
like they're
play
bringing
that
in
role.
relatives.
You hear that? Cyrah will farm the shit out of some beets.
Yeah.
NBC, if you're listening.
They're bringing in other relatives for Dwight. They're like filling in, like
Of
random,
course.
yeah, to
Yeah.
fill, But it's like it's
That was, you know what it is? That was a very funny episode where they went to the beet farm and, had to review it for Yelp and all that. That was a funny episode. It's the same kind of thing where it's one of those episodes people still talk about, which is the same reason like the original, or not the original, but the Eddie Murphy original of Nutty Professor. There was a scene with the family, and everybody's like, that was the only thing that I liked in the whole movie. And
Well,
so they were
it's-
like, let's make most of the sequel about the family, and then let's just do a movie of the family.
I feel like the one difference though with the Dwight episode is that it's one of those sort of TV backdoor pilot secrets. Where they're like, yeah, we'll do an episode around Dwight because we're kicking around a spinoff with him, and we'll test out how it goes over. We'll sort of center it on what the premise would be. I mean, that's happened a lot of times where they
that what they
backdoor.
do?
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that's happened. Although it's a backdoor pilot kind of thing, but I mean, it's a stupid. I mean, you cheapen everything. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing where it's like, there's
Do
no,
you though?
I
Does
feel
it
like-
ruin The Office?
Do
Do you go like, I can't go back and watch The Office because
They're still enjoying.
you understand? Like,
Like, I
I've been
get it. I
I've been
get
watching
your
for the
point.
last
I
like
get
3
it.
months. I've been catching every single. I've been going through Netflix at the request of Justin Ruppel, and I am now on the 8th season, 3rd episode of Frasier.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. 3
more seasons to go, and then I can finally sit down and give an opinion of what I think of that show.
I'm about to
Frasier
do
was a
this.
spinoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it went for just barely as long as Cheers. Like I
Yeah.
think it was
Ah.
2
Well, I'm
episodes
about
less or
to
something.
dive into some Cheers.
I ditto. That's
pretty
my next.
soon. I'm very
next
excited
one.
to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in reverse. I'm gonna go to Cheers
Yeah.
and check that out for a little while.
Yeah.
I really, you know, that the Cheers is one of those shows though that you can just go forever. It's dudes in a bar.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, you know,
that's
you
not gonna
want to
get
know,
old.
man. People love the whole thing. I mean,
Look,
have you seen that oral history that
For
they
like
had?
150 years, every joke started. So a guy walks into a bar. So
Yeah.
if you have a show taking place in a bar, you fucking it writes
you're the
itself.
most, you're the most
You are
simple
the-
TV executive.
How I Met Your
in the
Mother
world.
kind of lasts because they have that bar scene all the time.
That's true. That's a good show. I
Yeah.
haven't caught that in a while. I haven't
I don't-
seen the most recent
don't know.
seasons.
Me neither.
Are they in between?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
It's another
waiting
one
for
of
the
those shows
actual
that's-
part where they actually show how he met
Yeah.
somebody.
I mean,
Anybody at all.
I guess this is my
I don't get that.
my
part.
my point here. This is central to my thesis.
Well, I had a how I met your mother thing, so make it quick because I'll forget
Fine.
otherwise.
I feel like at some point you squander the gift that is the ability to tell an amazing story through TV by just tacking on unnecessary seasons in a blatant cash grab. And it's fine if you want to do it, okay? But just be upfront that you just don't give a fuck about telling a good narrative. Because I think these shows just, they don't have any fucking tetheredness to their original premise at some point. The Office is just a fucking slapstick, stupid-ass money machine for NBC now, where they're outsourcing the brand to real-life paper companies that stock Thunder Mifflin paper in their fucking own companies. They run billboards
shit.
like that in Illinois, okay? So it's not about telling a fucking narrative anymore. And just I just stop the fucking pretense.
But wait, here's my question. Let's say they stop the pretense. What do you want them to say before the Office airs? Have like a 5
The
second
show is
thing?
canceled. We'll put on something creative
Oh,
and
he's
fresh
just saying
and
cancel.
new.
Oh.
Cancel the fucking
Well, you
show.
said admit that it's a cash
Yeah,
grab. if
and
you're
then
gonna do that.
cancel it, bro. So either admit it's a cash grab and be like, we don't give a fuck. We're fucking using you, you stupid rubes. We're using you. You think that you're watching a quality
I'm
product.
trying to give you that alternative, but you're not letting me.
Because they don't. No, I'm not.
I'm
telling
saying,
you.
like, what do you want
Whatever.
them to do?
Right.
Put a note up at the
Yeah.
beginning? By the way, the Office is a bunch of horseshit now. We just want your money.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Do that. Do
You'd
that,
be okay
bro.
with
I
that.
would
They
lo-
could
I
keep
would
it on
love it if they
in
did that.
perpetuity as
I
long
would
as that.
love it. Bro.
Okay.
I would love if they were just honest, and that way there would be no dancing around the fact that people were just allowing themselves to be rubes, bro. They were NBC rubes.
I can't get on board with you. Go
How I
ahead.
Met Your Mother.
You can't.
Oh,
You didn't want to.
yeah, I was just.
What
I was.
can't you get on board with?
I just.
What can't you get on board with?
I be with it because some shows kind of do that. Like Jackass, before it comes on, I think they say something like, "These stunts, like, don't do this shit. This
Right.
show is just
Listen,
about this."
everyone knows that this show should have ended 3 seasons ago.
Right.
Here's some fucking time to fill between high premium ad space real estate.
I have a related news item actually that's very loosely related, just in my mindset is similar. So remind me real quick how I Met Your Mother. I did the thing on Netflix. I was sick for like 3-4 days, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking watch as many of these as I can get through. And I watched, it was like 200 episodes or something like that. So I got through the first however many I could in 3-4 days, and then just over the next month or so, caught up to where, or however many episodes there've been, 7 seasons, 9.
Yeah,
how
they're
many-
like 7 seasons or something. Yeah.
and it fucked me up because every fucking person I met or ran into in a bar, if it was like, oh, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to bump your shoulder or whatever, I was like thinking to myself, I wonder if that guy is going to introduce me to my future wife in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Because it gets you into that mindset where, like, the yellow umbrella is all you hear. It's like somehow there's a woman who's got a yellow umbrella. That's going to come into handy later. And he
Yeah.
saw it in the one girl's apartment that wasn't the one, but she lived with the one
Yeah.
who was like perfect for him, but she was in the shower, this whole thing. So I don't know. That's what every time I go on a date, I'm like, either this is the one or somehow this gets me to the one, because it puts you in that mindset. I don't know. I don't know.
did
I
they
guess
work?
I'm alone on this.
Nah, they did their work. They convinced you that will happen. Like, it's called doing your work.
Yeah, I mean, all
I'm
right.
I'm just saying, bro. If you took away
You
half,
can be just saying.
half of the network lineup right now and just started fresh, I mean,
With what?
With anything, dude.
I mean,
Anything.
look, it's not that
Anything.
it's not that I disagree with you. I'm literally going like,
You and I have already talked about all the scripts that are just fucking
Yes,
stacked and
but
buried.
unfortunately, the plan is what? Take the scripts that you already said no to and somebody else said no to.
Bring in the guillotines, dude. Bring in the guillotines. Run the ad wizards and the network execs through said guillotines. Step 3, ratings dynamite.
Well, hilariously, actually, there was a guy on Reddit. It's a social network for sharing links and so on and so forth. And he, in one of the comment threads on some random post, he had mentioned that he was an extra in some movie or other, some relatively large movie. Jack Reacher, I guess it's not even out yet. So
It's the
got
new Tom Cruise movie.
Okay, so I see it's got Tom
based on
Cruise
some
in it.
books.
He's fighting in that one or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So I don't know anything about the movie. I just know this guy was an
Based
extra
on
in
a
it. So he
popular-
commented that he was on set because he was an extra in the thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And people were like, prove it, show me, whatever. So he showed the IMDb profile and it showed his name. And now IMDb, I didn't know this, will rank your popularity by how many times people hit your page or a page and look at your profile from that page.
It's the Ulmer scale. They got
Yeah,
the Ulmer
Right.
scale.
So hilariously, on the actual page for the Jack Reacher thing, he's listed above Tom Cruise.
Face,
Wow.
bitches. Face.
I will show you a screenshot of
Beat
it.
him
Who
on
is
the Ulmer
this?
scale.
You see this?
Jack Reacher.
Damn, son.
There you go. Alexander
Suspicious
Rhodes.
onlooker.
He beat the fucking protagonist.
How?
So this is like he was just an extra,
Yeah.
and because he got so much traffic from Reddit, so now Reddit is like, oh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fuck with Hollywood. We're just gonna turn this dude into a celebrity by way of so much traffic to his page. He is already on IMDb right now, the 8th most popular person on the entire website.
Wow.
You know, man.
He's ranked
I
number 8. So they're
always-
like, let's see if we can get him to number
My
1.
shit is like 10,037.
Dude.
My shit is not even ranked.
In R, dude. In
You're
R.
you're in the bottom 10 million pool.
I always thought that at least the cast was fixed on the page.
Yeah.
You know? I always thought
It would make sense.
that,
Top billing
you know,
down.
I didn't think
right?
that you could go and fucking bomb an IMDb page's cast and be like, oh, we sending all the extras to the top, sending all the stars to the fucking see more tab.
The game has changed.
Yeah.
Now every time I look at an IMDb
That's
page,
right.
I'm no longer
Yeah,
going to
fuck
think,
yeah.
because I was thinking same top billing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Same as credits, like anything else. Obviously, Tom Cruise is going to be the first
First
name,
one,
you know,
yeah.
whatever, on down. Now I'm going to look at it in a totally different light where I'm like, that guy's all the way at the bottom, huh? All right. You know, like
Exactly.
I
the
can't
extra
believe-
got higher, gets more traffic than this person does.
I mean,
so.
I feel like that's one of those things that that's one of those things that's
So everybody, look on IMDb for Cyrah Hawkins, and let's see if we can pit him against Alexander Rhodes,
I'm getting smashed.
and we'll just
Yeah,
the
right.
two of them
Yeah.
in like a buddy cop
Top
movie,
10.
right? We could do another one of
I
those.
wonder if that dude is just like.
He boosts my shit.
I mean, that's what I mean though. Like,
You know what? A buddy pizza guy delivery movie, something weird, right? Like
Yeah.
that hasn't been done. Like two guys, like one guy's playing pizza delivery by the books,
Mm.
you know, and the other one's like a rogue pizza delivery guy.
I wonder if there's like
That stoners would love it, right? Hollywood's all about it, right?
Hollywood
It's
would
got
love
something to do with jobs.
What about
See?
And you got a
Chinese food?
multiracial cast.
you might be able to bring in a Chinese food. They
Chinese
might
food.
have a friend who's a Chinese food.
Chinese
delivery
food,
driver.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
true, it's true.
We can
You
actually talk.
In
you
fact,
know,
run by a Korean because apparently Koreans are ignored by Hollywood. So let's go a
Ah.
Chinese place
Korean.
run by a Korean, just because that's funny.
You sound
and
like
then the Asians can like laugh because white guy doesn't get like, oh, he's obviously Korean, but they wouldn't get it. So like the Asians get their like inside joke. See, everybody's in on it, right?
Yeah.
Right. You play the straight lice, play it by the book guy.
Okay.
This
I can do
other
that.
guy, Alexander, plays the rogue one, right?
We should hit him up.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
it's a bit of unexpected
We
role
can make that
reversal.
happen.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
I see
you want
it.
to buck some
I
trends.
see
You know
what
what I
you
mean?
did there.
Right.
That's insane though. I feel like
That'd be a great movie. See, everybody at home is typing away. There's screenwriters right now,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
feverishly
click,
going
click.
to town. Just
But his credit says suspicious onlooker, so maybe since he can play that role good, he should just do that
He
as
sh-
I deliver the food. He can just
suspiciously
no, but he's
look
good.
on.
He's good as a
That's true.
rogue, bro. He's
True.
he's a
As the
good rogue
customers.
cop. You know,
we got to have a scene in it to play up your talents. You have to have a scene in it
You have to give him
where
that.
somebody doesn't want to tip you guys, and so you show them how well you can dance, and then
Ah.
they just lose their shit. And they
Yeah.
like take all the money, and then the movie sort of becomes about how he delivers the pizzas, and then you dance behind him, and you
Yeah.
guys get all the tips.
You're losing the
And
plot.
somehow
in
you
the-
take
in the
this to
third act.
Vegas.
In
I'm
the
with
third
it.
act.
Yeah, that's a good.
You're what you got to tie it all together.
No, hold on, I'm getting there.
I'm with that aspect though.
So,
You-
see, Kyra's on board.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm still pitching. Here's where I'm going from here. Where I'm going from here is like
The elevator is
now
coming.
there's a thing. Like now you guys are in demand right now, and the mob wants in.
Oh.
They're like, this is a good way to get some
Oh,
money laundering done,
Yeah.
right? We'll have them only deliver to our mob guys, and we'll pay them a ridiculous amount of tip, and then we'll have them sort of drop a little in this thing. We'll say we're charging them tax on the tip, but you guys get hip and wise to this, and it's time to shut it down.
So we fuck them over. We fuck over the mob. Can we? do
Yeah,
that?
somehow
It's a-
you
it's a
gotta
movie.
win at the end, right? So you gotta somehow beat the mob, but there has to be some corruption in there, right?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I went back to pizza. I should have stuck with. I'm sorry, Chinese delivery. So yeah, that becomes a big thing,
All right.
right? You have that montage in the middle where like Time Magazine and Fortune and stuff like have you guys on the front cover going, you know what I mean?
I'm with
And
it.
it's like,
the
who are these
magazines-
two?
magazines
Yeah,
are
yeah.
spinning. I've always
See?
wanted to end up on a magazine that's spun like that very, very furiously.
So Hollywood, just come to me. I got all your ideas. I mean, I can
That one works.
spit
I
these
think,
out. Spit hot fire.
With, I think we're.
Are you telling? You're telling
we're
me
still overlooking.
if you
something
got
here.
like some solid comedy writers, as cheesy a premise as that might be, if you got some solid comedy writers, that could actually work.
that could work.
I say that because I thought there's no way in hell Harold and Kumar will be even partially watchable, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's a really good movie. Surprisingly, you wouldn't think it. You'd think this is
Sure.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it worked out. Not the second one, but whatever.
Again, I feel like we're overlooking the bigger scandal here.
Oh, I was overlooking the bagel entirely
Yeah.
because we're talking about Chinese
yeah,
food.
You son of a bitch. And that is the fact.
Maybe
that
you
it's,
use your experience as a bagel delivery guy on the Chinese.
it's a fucking Lord of the Flies
bagel.
jungle on IMDb, man.
I love it, right?
Well, I mean, how
good
has
times,
it been
right?
like this? Has it always been like this?
I don't know.
Which
Yeah, I
makes
don't know
me
either.
This is
wonder.
something that happened a week ago. He posted that thing. He posted the comment, and then he posted made a post that was like, "Dude, you guys, look what happened on IMDb. I'm listed in the top 3," and so then more people viewed it, and they were like, "Here's what we're gonna do." And so next phase has already taken place, where he's now built, or at least his name is above Tom Cruise's, that's a lot of goddamn traffic, and he's 8th.
It's a
on
house of
IMDb.
cards,
So they're
dude.
like, the next order of business is to get him to be the number 1 on IMDb,
feel
just
like-
for kicks.
Is that all those? It's like that article. What was that article that we both read? That all those sites are broken. What is that? What was that article that we were both discussing?
Oh, I don't know. I found it on Metafilter.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
what
that may
you're
have
talking
been. Yeah, but I think that's.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
They have to know, man. I mean, this is not like this is definitely something that someone walked in the headquarters at IMDb and was like, hey, so you guys know, right? That like, if I just like put my name out there and like a fucking shitload of people search for me, I could be bigger than Tom Hanks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here's where it seems like on some surface it seems kind of like a good idea. Like if you've got 5 or 6 that are all about like any of the Batman films, they could be
Right.
as far as popularity on IMDb interchangeable. They're all A-list actors, right? So that's not a huge deal. But like thought experiment, I don't know why nobody brought this up, but if you were an extra on Batman something or other, and then you went on a killing spree, and then somebody noticed, wait a minute, that guy was an extra in some huge movie, but he was like way in the background, whatever, and then just started viewing his IMDb profile and that sort of creepy, like, ooh, isn't that creepy? He was hanging out with Christian Bale. I'm like, nobody knew. Ooh, creepy. And then he'd be like at the top of the thing, and then it would seem like IMDb was like, this guy's a rising star. And like,
Yeah.
he's a serial killer. You'd think somebody would have thought of that. I'm really glad nobody has, and now I've said it, and I really hope that doesn't
It's a
happen.
little twisted.
Because I know how, like,
Spinning
you know what
around.
I mean? I know
Spinning
the,
around now.
I know the, the mindset
better
of
yet,
like somebody
though.
who's doing like a shooting is like, I'm gonna get noticed.
Like the dude
and
from,
now I feel like,
Colorado.
oh shit.
The
Yeah,
Colorado dude,
yeah.
yeah.
The better thing is, I feel like how has no one taken that and just
I don't think
and-
anybody knew that's how
well,
it
that's what I
worked.
mean. Like someone had
Now
to,
people know.
But like, if you let's say you knew, right? Let's say you knew.
Well, I know now.
Well, I mean, damn it, Mitch.
So there's no let's say.
Listen, let's
This
say
is a real
let's
thing
say
now.
before everyone knew, you knew before they knew that you could know what to know. Okay, you got it.
No.
And you have made a shitty movie, right? And you put that thing on IMDb, and then you just like start telling people, and you're like, "Damn, a movie's shooting up. I'm just gonna like blow it. Like, what is this? What is this hot property?" And like you like right before the festival season kicked in, just because you got a bunch of IMDb searches, and all of a sudden it would be like some wacky '80s movie come to life or whatever. They're like, "What's this movie? We gotta have it. We gotta have it."
That's been my theory for a long time.
How is that
if
not
you
happened yet?
If you just pretended somebody was famous, why? How would anybody fucking know? Because Colin Farrell came out of fucking nowhere,
There's a lot of those.
right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know who
lot
this
of
guy.
Colin
I don't know what
Farrells,
the.
yeah.
He just fucking.
Dude,
Whoop. It was
come
just
on.
all of a sudden. Hey, here's a new big
Ryan
guy.
Gosling is another one.
There
He
you
came
go.
out of
Yeah.
fucking
Hey,
nowhere.
well, he worked his way up the Mickey Mouse Club, man. He was
Was he?
paid-
I don't
yeah,
know.
He was down there with
I was
J.
with Cyrah on this one. I never heard of him. before.
Ryan Gosling paid some dues.
All right.
So you know, I mean, you know,
Just saying. It seems like there's just people. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Where did he come from?
third out from the sub, right? He's doing
Oh
this
yeah,
since
that's
he was
right. Okay.
6.
Okay. I can't.
All right, yeah.
Hold on. I'll think of more.
Right.
I got more.
Now, come on, let's go with a good example.
What's
of
his
someone-
name? The fucking Shia LaBeouf.
He was
Shia.
on Even Stevens on the Disney Channel as a teenager, man. I'm
That's
sorry.
it?
I'm sorry. That for the trifecta, bro. I got it. Boom. Rivopolis. I am a
thoroughly
fortified wall
disgusted.
right
I'm
now.
thoroughly disgusted by your pop culture. No, you still don't have an answer for Colin Farrell.
Huh? I don't?
That was a real
No.
Oh, I need a Colin Farrell example?
Phone Booth, which got taken out of theaters just before its release because of 9/11, and then they
shit.
waited, and then
The
they were
actual
like, "We'll just do it another year," and then the fucking
Snipers,
snipers
yeah.
happened, and they were like,
Jeez.
"All right, another year."
I'm
And then
trying
in
to
that
think.
time, in like that 2 years, he did like 100 movies somehow. And so by the time Phone
Okay,
Booth came out, it
I
was
got a
like
good
his
example.
first film, but it was
I got a good
released
example.
10th.
Okay, I don't know if we're just talking about people who just like kind of came out of nowhere and
Yeah,
you're like, who the
yeah.
fuck are you? Like, what's his face? Hemsworth, dude who played Thor.
Thor.
Leon
yeah.
Helmsworth?
Yeah, Hemsworth. Chris.
I don't know.
Christopher Hemsworth.
Is Chris Hemsworth? I know there's a bunch of Hemsworths out there
I don't
from
know.
Australia. There's like 3 of them.
I saw
But-
Cabin in the Woods over the weekend, and
What
I was
did
like,
that do-
hey, it's Thor.
But I'm like,
Oh, yeah, it
where
came
did
out
the
after
fuck
Thor.
did that dude come from?
Yeah.
What did I mean?
I thought actually that was his. I mean, I feel like I respect a big movie that puts somebody I've never heard of in it.
I respect
They're
it
doing a
too. I'm just
biopic
saying.
of who is it? They're doing a biopic of that has a completely unknown actor is the lead role, black guy.
A bio of somebody?
Yeah, it's a biopic. Oh God, I don't know who it is now. It's
You would forget.
yeah, I know. It's not Richard Pryor. I wanted it to be a biopic of Richard Pryor, but I think there's still people fighting over who's going to be.
There's a
the-
bunch of those moving.
But
that
whatever.
way,
The
too.
point is,
Right.
they're using. It might be Hendrix. Who knows? It's something like that, where they're
Oh.
using some kind of completely unknown,
Andre
ca-
3000
which I
played
think is the way you
Jimi
want to do it.
Hendrix.
Oh, okay, I don't know, but
And they didn't even. Get
I don't
the
know
music
what the
from
bio. I
Hendrix
can't
and stuff.
remember. It was literally like somebody over the weekend had mentioned it, and I was like, "Well, who's the lead?" And they were like, "Nobody's heard of him." I was like, "All right." Oh, Mandelberg told me that. I could ask Mandelberg. But yeah, it's
only one I've
some
heard
completely
of is,
unheard of person, which is good.
Charles Drew, the doctor. I think they're doing a
Shout
bio
out
on
to
him.
Charles Drew, baby.
Yeah.
Open heart surgery.
Yeah, he perfected,
pioneer, baby.
perfected the use of blood plasma.
No,
Yeah,
this
blood
is not.
transfusion. Blood transfusion.
It's
Yeah,
definitely not that. It was somebody.
We had a picture. We had a picture of
It
Charles.
was somebody
Drew.
I'd heard of. right
Hanging
off
up.
the bat.
And,
I'm sorry I didn't
That's
know
the only
that
one I
out.
heard of. So
Yeah, since my parents were both medical professionals.
It
and
was
mom
somebody
a
like
doctor,
that. I
we
don't
had
know.
we had a Charles Drew. I was very familiar with Charles Drew as a kid.
Yeah.
Jackie
he's dope.
Jackie Robinson, maybe.
There's a Jackie Robinson biopic.
Is
I have no idea.
Right now?
It's a it's a name I'd heard of. That's all I know.
It's some famous Negro, no doubt.
Yes.
I hope it's Frederick Douglass.
No, there's no Frederick
I
Douglass
hope-
biopic making its way anytime
I'm
soon.
bringing the hairstyle back.
No
I'm gonna
one.
start rocking the Freddie D.
I would like to see one. I would like to see a documentary. Well, I mean, I saw a documentary. I would like to see a biopic of Frasier.
Joe Frazier?
Yeah.
Smoking Joe Frazier?
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Although it'd get real goddamn sad for the last 20 years.
I mean,
or
listen,
whatever, but
there's
still.
no black person biopic that's not gonna get real sad real fast. Do you know what I mean? There's no, there's no, no, bro. There's so much sadness. That's from the
Well, his
beginning to the
son
end.
His son
There's-
died.
listen, there's no,
There's no
chronic-
biopic in general. Then you don't have to.
No, bro, there's plenty of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of biopics for white people where they like end it and they're like everything was cool for like 30 years, and then they got an estate that was paid off. And you're like, hey, that's awesome. awesome, thumbs up. You know how white biopics like ended like 20 years left or whatever. And you're like, shit was cool. The closest we came to that was Ray Charles.
I was
where
gonna
they're
say, like, Ray Charles got his comeuppance and everything.
Yeah. Ray Charles is the closest a black person ever got to like a biopic that had like a real, and that's just because the rest of it was so fucking sad, bro. It was so fucking sad. You had to at least give us a fucking 20-year blackout to the happiness, bro.
I didn't see Ali, but
Had to do
that
it.
has to
Are
have
you shitting me?
That's
What
why he got
hap-
the Oscar. Jamie got the Oscar. He did
no,
great.
hey, Will
wasn't Ali? Didn't he do? He did well.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he did
It
good.
was a happiest.
What was
he
no
didn't
happiness?
Even, he didn't even die at the end. I
What
mean,
no
that's pretty
happiness
good.
in Ali?
What happened? He
Everyone
got
knows
divorced.
what happens to Ali. Before you know, there's no happiness nowhere in Ali, bro. Ain't no happiness to
For
be
50
found,
cents, there
son.
never was happiness.
Okay? There's not gonna be no happiness in a Cosby documentary. None, son.
Look,
I don't know about
Ed,
that one.
I would be really upset if you did a bio
As
on
Dave
anybody
Chappelle-
that was just all happiness.
I'm not saying it's all happiness. You see my point here, bro. There's a point of like, you could be like, you know what? Things did work out pretty well for you. And it's like,
You know who would? He
that's all of them, bro.
The
That's
only
all of them.
the only bio you could really do where it's just like everything works out perfectly. Be Luther Burbank, founder of Burbank. I'm gonna go out there and found a town, and indeed he did. Could I buy this?
Right.
Okay, yes, thank you. That's
Indeed.
Patton Oswalt's joke, but even still, he makes a solid point. Luther Burbank, that would just be like, he's like, I'm a dentist. I have a town. All right,
Look, bro.
general store.
You pick.
Like,
You pick any.
yes, unfortunately, he's also a white guy, but
any
even still.
prominent- I'm talking about like it's like double tragedy time, son. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, yeah, you might have some tragedy on some like white dude, biopic, but at least you're like, oh, you're an oil baron, and then sadness happens. Do you know what I mean? It's the black
There will
tragedy.
be blood.
You know
That
what?
was-
You're right. I can see that because Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Frankie Lyman's story. That was just sad, quick. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
He
You
was
getting
on
ripped
top.
This
off.
always happens to me.
yeah.
Every
getting
time
ripped off, son.
I get
I
teamed
see.
up on.
That's like Dreamgirls, bro.
I get-
Dreamgirls,
my-
Dreamgirls got
I get
extra
smacked
sadness,
in
dude.
the face with
The
my own
Jacksons?
privilege, just trying to make a point
Jackson
about human.
5, son.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Ain't no happiness. Oh yeah, he goes on to become Michael Jackson. That's happy. That's a happy ending, bro. Are you shitting me? That's the ultimate sadness, dude. I would rather see him and his brothers getting hit, cause at least they don't know what's coming in the end. They still think they got a hope and some chance before they know that the real fucking Maya just swallows them whole, son. An existential black hole, B.
There will be a happy black biopic
And
in
like
my life.
2347, son.
In
you
my
better,
life.
You better get your cryogenics on, son. Because
I just don't think that you can do a bio on anybody that doesn't have some serious
Listen,
tragedy.
I'm not saying it don't have
Yeah.
tragedy,
That's
son.
my
Yeah, you
point.
need
That's
drama,
not
tragedy.
what I'm saying,
you need-
son.
I mean, everybody's life, just in general. I don't care if you took your fucking neighbor Joe. He's
I'm
gonna
not
have. He's like,
saying.
I missed that dog. That
I'm
dog was
not
real good to me.
saying
But then the
ain't
wife
no
killed her with the
tragedy.
car when she left. And you're like, what the hell? And he could be white. He could be Spanish. He could be Korean.
Look, literally, I'm not saying there ain't no tragedy, bro. The only person who's like,
Ain't gonna be no tragedy. Ain't gonna be no
Even
happiness.
comedies, even they have tragedies. You know, they're doing a new
I'm
one
just
on,
thinking Bill Cosby's would be
Tarantino's doing
mostly
one.
happy with a sprinkling of tragedy.
Listen, as
But
Dave
that's
Chappelle,
most
What
as
about-
people's
Dave
life.
Chappelle once said, people forget that he's a nigga from Philly, and he says some real shit from time to time, okay? Just because he's been selling pudding pops for the last 30 years, okay? You think that his biopic's gonna be a bunch of happiness, all right? You forget
Yeah,
that
he-
motherfucker
he-
is
he put in work,
doused
too.
in sadness, bro.
Yeah, he put in work too. But the new movie with Jamie Foxx in it that Samuel L. was talking
Django
about.
Unchained.
Django. Isn't that a biopic? That's supposed to be a comedy.
No, that's not a biopik.
That's not a real. That's not a true
No.
story.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I mean, yes, it's a true story in
It
the
was a
sense that a
slave.
black person probably got some vengeance on some white people back in the Annabelle
Oh, the
South.
new Quentin movie, yeah.
Tarantino movie.
But
yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
was
not,
I was for sure for
I
just a
don't think
moment
it's
there that
gonna-
Ted was gonna jump on me like, oh, now you know it because you said Quentin, white guy. I was like thinking in my head, I was like, he's gonna know
I
this.
didn't have to say it
I
because
know.
you put it out there.
I know. Well, it's all right. The guilt just follows me everywhere
Yeah,
I go
you know.
now.
Nah,
But
that's
no,
cool.
I mean, listen, that's not. I
Pulp
don't think it's a
Fiction.
biopic so much
He's
as
like
it's
Samuel
just-
L. Don't he? He used Samuel L. in
Is
Pulp
Samuel L.
Fiction.
in that one though? Is he
Samuel
in
L's
Django?
He's in Django.
No idea.
I
He's
am
in
not
it.
sure if he's
He
in
was the awards he had hosted. He kept saying he wore a jacket and all
that.
that.
I do know that was first offer to Will Smith though. The
I heard.
role Jamie Foxx.
He turned
I'm
down a
really
lot of
glad
shit,
that it
like
wasn't
Matrix, he
Will
turned that
Smith.
down.
If I could be,
You know.
I feel like Will Smith needs to get into some, like, he needs to do some really fucked up goddamn movie. Maybe 3 or 4 of them.
Where his
Before I'm-
character is fucked up. Or,
Yeah, like, yeah. You know what I mean? Before I'm going
You're
to be
saying
like,
he's too clean.
He's too. Yeah, it's like I know what's gonna. It's a family friendly. It's gonna have a happy ending. 9 pounds or whatever was the closest
7
thing he
pounds.
had. 7 pounds.
7 pounds and I Am Legend, both of those.
But even that still had like it was a completely the opposite ending.
There's
from
a
the
bunch
book.
of alternate endings
the
where
polar
they
opposite.
filmed them and they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
test as well as I think, you know.
But Will Smith has, I mean, to his credit, he has control over his movies on like such a high level of like producer where he gets to call the ending. And you know, I'm just saying, it's like Stanley Kubrick used to say about Steven Spielberg. He said Steven Spielberg made a movie about the Holocaust where 12.5 million Jews were slaughtered, and he wrote a story about 130 that didn't. And it was like, because his point was about Steven Spielberg only focusing on like, here's the happy ending. And like Kubrick would have just been like, no, I'm just going to show wall to wall 3 hours of motherfuckers dying.
Right.
Just, you know, because you'll never forget that.
Which is why I think it's so sad that Kubrick passed away when they were doing Eyes Wide. Well, no, who was he working with on Eyes Wide Shut?
You're thinking of that I Am, well, not I Am Robot, iRobot.
AI,
right?
AI.
AI, yeah.
AI, that's what it
AI was like
Which
Kubrick's idea, but
and
like,
I'm so pissed. That
Yeah.
that movie pisses me off to no end in the final third when you can just see where it should end. You see exactly where the movie needs to end, and then you just feel the Spielberg just happiness.
Yeah.
And you're just like, get out of the fucking editing room. Go sit in your mansion and just count money and let us tell a real story that has some real visceral meaning.
Yeah.
it's like when you watch a young comic that you've seen bomb a billion times, and then they finally like they get a spark and they go, I know what I'm supposed to do, and they get up there and they kill for 7.5 minutes, and like, and they go, all right, I'm gonna do one more joke, and you're like, don't do it,
Yeah.
just leave,
Go away.
leave now, and they're like, da 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 da, and they stumble for a minute and a half afterwards, and you're like, yeah, he was all right. It's like you could have destroyed the whole room and everybody remembered how amazing that you've changed your whole act and you know blah blah. But that extra minute you threw on at the end, it's like
You
just
gotta know when
ruined
to walk.
everything.
You gotta know when to walk away, man. And
gotta
that
know
movie
when
is
to fold 'em.
That movie is
Know when to walk away.
the I mean,
Know when to run.
I feel like Spielberg.
You don't
did
count
that
your money
a
when you're
lot.
sitting at the table.
There's a lot of movies where you can see that like they should not end the way that they end.
War of
For
the
him.
Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Thank you. That's
I was
perfect.
going to say Return to the King, Lord of the
Gosh.
Rings, the last one.
Return
They had
to
the
the King.
15 fucking endings in a row. We would like fade out, and you're like, okay, so we're done. No, we're not done. Okay, that
But
shit pissed me off because I was
Spielberg
in the
in
theaters like,
particular,
I need to pee so bad. I've been
He
sitting
had
here for 3
AI.
hours. This is bullshit.
He had first. I think it started with Minority Report, which that is a great movie until again the last third. Then you get AI. Then you get War of the Worlds. I'm not sure what comes after that, but that's a solid stretch of three.
Are these like all Tom Cruise movies?
Yeah. They wait. War of the Worlds, Minority Report, and AI.
See, we were talking about Will Smith.
No, he wasn't an AI.
He wasn't
Tom Cruise
AI.
wasn't AI.
He
That's
wasn't
Jude Law.
AI.
But 2 out of 3, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
2
but
out
I
of
mean, Minority
Vanilla
Report
Sky
is
is
a
another one.
great
See, I was trying to
film.
focus on black actors like Will Smith, but you got to go talking about Tom Cruise.
Cruise is black.
Right here. Yeah?
Don't
Yeah,
you
come on.
dare!
No,
don't
damn
you
it.
dare! Don't you dare try that! Get that coonery out of here. Get it out.
Y'all didn't know that? Tom Cruise is black. I thought everybody knew that.
You must get a different newsletter than me, sir.
Some comedian I saw recently at the Riot LA festival, and I saw him like 3 times during that festival. I think I saw him at a TK show a week before, but he had this thing about how he worked, somebody he worked with or whatever, did that pretentious "I don't see color" thing. And he was like, yeah, I was talking to the, oh, God, I remember his name, black guy in the elevator, tall black guy. And the guy was like, whoa, I don't see color. And he's like, it's cool, I'm black too. And he's like, no, you're not. Aha. So that was like, that's good. That shit drives me nuts the few times. It's only white people that do that, you know what I mean? I've never said to any black person I've ever met, oh, I was talking to blah, blah, black guy, or whatever, and had them go, whoa. It's only white guys.
How much have you? You've got roots in Georgia though, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, kind of?
Georgia and like Pennsylvania. But
So
yeah, Georgia.
how much were you? Where were you raised more so in Georgia or Pennsylvania?
I would say Georgia was the better part, but both of them like 5 and 5. Really.
Yeah. So did you get a lot of? I mean, as a Southern.
I have a
person
quick-
as
I have a
well.
quick-
Go ahead.
Question. The Ray Charles song, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia on my mind.
Georgia. on my mind.
Georgia.
Does that hold like just for every Georgian a special place in the heart, or only people that are actually fans of Ray Charles.
I think it's more so fans of Ray Charles. I mean, they play it in Georgia, and it's like the Georgia state song or whatever. But
Right.
Yeah, you hear it and you know it, but I think it holds
Only
more weight if
reason-
you like Ray.
It's the state song is because you put them through all that goddamn sadness as depicted in the biopic, and they didn't even give it a fucking was that like a fucking title credit at the end? They're like, oh, by the way, it's a state song now,
Yeah.
and you were like, oh yeah. Now you give it to them after all that shit and the sadness.
Yeah.
It's a reparations. So, reparations about yay big. I got nothing. I don't know. Nobody wrote
Such a
any
good
good
song.
songs about Arizona.
No.
The only
By the
California one I
time
could think
I
of is
get
like
to Arizona.
California. Yeah, that's a fucking pleasant song I want to think about. Hey, I'm gonna kill all your senators when I get out there. By the way, peace.
Shout out to Chuck D.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. You had more questions
So no,
about
I was
his Georgia
saying. So
upbringing.
in that sense, kind of like that Mitch was touching on, how much are you kind of aware of that in your Southern upbringing? Because I know from Texas, I get very sensitive to that. So were you kind of in tune with that kind of duality, I guess, in Georgia, or was it as pronounced maybe for you, or?
What's that you was talking about when he was saying about black guys saying
Yeah, the whole colorblind thing.
Yeah, the colorblind thing.
Or I mean, was it more so like I feel like from the South, it's that you don't really get that naive kind of like, oh, I don't see color. Everyone's like,
Well,
you're damn
yeah.
like, yeah,
Everybody's black.
right. It's like, yeah, you know what you are, and
Yeah.
that's your thing. That's your
Yeah.
place. You stay in that. Feel your lane. You know.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of what you got when you were in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's like no white people really. It's like my high school. I think we had like 2,000 students. We had like 5 white.
Where at in
people.
Georgia were you? at?
Sounds like heaven. Am I right, my brother?
I was in Decatur. It's
Oh,
like
you're
a
in Decatur.
suburb, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, I mean, in certain parts, but nah, it's really they not like that because everybody is like colored anyway.
You see,
They
I
still say
grew
that.
up on the
Black.
the alternate dimension
Obama.
version of that.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Arizona,
Different spectrums.
whereas like if you saw a black person, you'd like run up and take a picture. It was
Yeah,
like,
like-
found one. Like it was none of them out there.
Yeah. So we're
Did
not
you
like that.
did you hang out a lot with white kids when you were in high school and growing up?
When I was in Pennsylvania, yeah, it was a good mix. It was like white, black, Puerto Rican, like that. And then when I moved down south, it was just all black people.
How old were you when you moved down south?
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's right. I mean, that's right in the.
Yeah, like 13.
How
18.
was that? Dude, were you aware of the shock of being like, "Holy shit, this is like Black City
Yeah.
right now"?
Yeah, and they talk. And when I first moved down there, I didn't understand what they were saying at all. It was just like jibber jabber. It was like I was like,
Mitch, you can relate to
Like,
that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
you-
what it sounds like every time I introduce Teddy on the show.
yeah, it's like
It's like a minute where I just tune out and I start
Oh.
fucking with the controls. I'm like, how's
We're
the
gonna
sound
put,
going?
We'll put
I
the
don't
jibber,
know how
we'll
that.
put the jibber jabber on the board.
Yeah, it's,
Not to be confused with a recent term that I learned while doing this show, booty cheddar, which I've used
Booty
once or twice. Apparently, I've used it wrong.
Yeah, he's not hip to the slang yet.
You know what it is?
booty chatter. You know.
When it
Booty
comes
chatter.
to what's the best way to put it? Urban slang.
Sure.
I call it Teddy talk, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
Um,
great. That'll go.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
every
that's what I
dictionary.
call it. I'm just because everybody I know knows you, so I can be like, it's like Teddy says when he. I don't know what this
I
means.
keep my circle close
It's
enough
like
so
there's-
they know when I reference the
Yeah.
black guy. If I go too deep and they don't know,
Now,
I gotta
now.
tighten it up.
Now, you're not the only black guy I hang out with.
I know.
Let's be fair here.
Just the only
There's
one.
3 of them, 4 of them.
Got a whole
At
bullpen.
4.
Got a whole bullpen. Yes. Rotation.
I have more black friends than I have Mexican friends.
We can win
I
the
think.
pennant.
I think I've only got 1 Mexican friend.
Yeah. Viva la raza.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Jose
right.
Chavez. Who
Okay,
else?
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to think.
that's
I don't know.
bueno.
There might be more.
Rough
Anyway, whatever. Oh gosh. Now. Oh right. I'm used to being a dictionary and thesaurus nerd. Context clues. And figuring things out through that. But there's been a number of embarrassing situations in the show where Teddy has used phrases and terms where even in context I'm confused.
I need an example.
The black hat.
Oh, yeah.
Black hat.
Another black comedian, Quincy Jones.
Shout out to Quincy Jones. We did
Hey,
it.
well
Hey,
done.
all
It's good.
right.
It's good. We
That's
both-
only the second
we had
time
a-
I've been able to
we
successfully do
connected
that.
on a very Negro level, and we both put our black caps on. You know, you black caps.
They literally just started yelling black cap, and I had no idea what that meant.
But here's another.
That wa-
Are you familiar with the term Skrilla?
Skrilla, I've heard it.
It's okay. See,
Do you know about the Do you know the
Guaps.
conversion rate from Skrilla to Guap?
No.
Okay. See. All right.
All right.
We're on the same page
That's
because
the,
I don't
that's
either.
the Pennsylvania talking.
All right. All right.
That's the small town Pennsylvania.
The other
Skrilla,
one,
Guap, Ducats.
the one that you
This
were,
is Texas talk.
the one that embarrasses me a small bit. It would.
UGK say it
It'll be funny, but you have to understand that like it's embarrassing for me because I'm not just saying this to be funny. It's embarrassing because I was like
please
so
tell me that this
so
way you
white
guys-
guy naive
please
was
tell me
when he
this
was
way.
quoting Jay-Z
Oh yeah. Oh,
and he
oh.
said like
Oh, it's-
headshot. Well, go ahead.
It's
What was
from
it? It's something about
it's from- It's
headshots.
a Watch the Throne lyric from Jay-Z, and
Okay.
he goes, "Headshots, nigga, fuck your vest."
Okay.
Right, right.
And Mitch.
So I was convinced that
Go ahead. Tell
I was
the people.
convinced that like he was referencing like going to a fancy club where a lot of people would wear like a suit and a vest.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't need to do that. Look, I've got headshots. You can see that I'm
Wow.
like I. The fact that he says "wow," I'm like, right, thanks, thanks, just drill it in. So I was sitting here going like, why would that help him get into the club? Like,
When I was thinking about
and
it, I
there was
was like,
this moment of Teddy on his face. He's like,
and I was like,
what
I
are
was
we
like, explain to
talking
me
about?
what you mean. He's like, Jay-Z showed up to a nightclub with headshots of himself. And I was like, he's talking about murdering
Murder,
someone. He's talking about murder.
I was so
Your
confused.
bulletproof
Why,
vest
I was like
is
thinking
meaningless
in
when
my
I
head,
shoot
was
you in the
thinking-
face.
I was thinking for sure that like I was like, is that like the hot thing to do? Is be like, yo, headshots. I brought my headshots. Like I was like, is that
But,
people
like,
do that?
It's so great to like imagine.
Because here I was like working on a comedy bit about like, yeah, Jay-Z apparently goes everywhere with headshots. That seems silly to me.
You know what I mean?
And like I was trying to bounce it off Teddy, like, wouldn't that be funny? Imagine some guy walking up with headshots, and he just was like,
Like his world,
not
it's
at
so
all.
funny to imagine a world where like you hear rap lyrics,
Yeah.
and like you think that this real murderous thuggish lyric is like Jay-Z showing up to the fucking, Ivy or whatever, and he's just got like headshots being like, "It's me, bitches, it's me," and it's like throwing headshots to everybody.
I wouldn't put it past them.
see,
That might
now
be the new
now it
shit.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that the Pennsylvania talking?
That's the Pennsylvania talking, bro. That's that.
I just like that
adolescence
Kyra's
interrupted
sort of
talking.
on my side on a few of these, just a little bit, just enough.
I'm playing
Instead of
defense.
this,
I'm Obama.
it's usually like it's a team up effort. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's dirty.
It's
That's real dirty.
I
So
appreciate
That's what then.
appreciate the feeling of belonging in my own home. Is all I'm saying.
Whatever, son.
Donde está el baño?
Right behind you there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you talk about Tejas.
Yeah, indeed. And si, senor. Listen, bro.
I didn't know how to say behind you in Spanish. I was racking my brain. I'm all
Headshots.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
believe you think that a rapper would just like walk around. Although that would be like some real.
because he says "fuck your vest," and I'm thinking like I was like, I like to wear a vest with a suit.
That's just like,
I
show,
just
that's the mentality.
like-
That's the thing that's the disconnect. That's like fascinating to me. It's like everyone else is just like, yeah, he talking about a vest, like a bulletproof vest, like murder, son. Like your streets ain't safe, and you're like, is that like a sweater vest, perhaps, maybe some sort of 3-piece?
Now, to be fair, I hadn't heard the whole song. I only recently
It's a Jay-Z.
started watching The
You
Throne.
You the master of context
So to speak.
clues, bro. You the master of context clues. You think
That's
Jay-Z?
one sentence. Headshots. Fuck your vest.
That's murder. That's murder. If I took that sentence to the streets and they didn't know that, and I was like, what am I talking about right now?
Well,
I
certainly in the
guarantee you-
streets,
I guarantee you, son.
but in the apartments, a bit different somehow. I don't know. I got nothing. Teddy was suggesting that if he brought the Jay-Z lyric to the streets, everybody would know he was talking about it. And I said maybe in the streets, but not so much in the apartments.
Oh, like what? Headshots, ninja, F your chest.
Yes,
Vest.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, do you so you go ninja?
Yeah, I like to say ninja. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes.
Me personally, I swap it out with cracker for everything.
Cracker.
Yeah, because it's funny to me.
Yeah.
Cracker, please. That's hilarious.
Cracker, please,
That's hilarious.
It has
to
a
me.
nice ring to it.
Yeah, it's nice.
I
you
wear
know
a
what I mean?
T-shirt that said that.
Fuck your couch, cracker. You know, it's
That's good.
A
Cracker,
lot of
please.
that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Nincompoop would work, but it's too long.
It's not. It doesn't
it
have
screws
a
up
good
the
bounce.
flow.
It doesn't have no flow.
Important
It's
on the
got no
flow. I know a thing or
Imbecile?
two about flow.
No,
sir.
not imbecile either.
That
doesn't work.
So I learned a new thing. This was
coming
this
up.
was posted also on Reddit, but mostly it's just a fascinating idea called the phone stacking game.
Mm.
And this is a great idea. I'm fully in support of
Phone
the
stacking game?
The phone stacking game. Here's how it goes. The game starts at the beginning of the meal. Everyone puts their phones face down at the center of the table. No one is allowed to pick up their phone during the meal. The first one to give in loses the game and buys dinner for everyone else. If no one gives in, then everyone pays for themselves. The game ends when the bill comes.
They
So
got
there's
stack.
no.
Yeah, you'd have to we don't have to do it now because I still have I got to keep track of the social stuff
Well,
while
if you
we're
got
doing
this-
the
but you
podcast.
got the big
But that's a good
ass-
idea during dinner. I've had 5 times in the last week I've had dinner with people, and for most of the meal, it's this like, yeah, you never
Yeah.
know, huh? And I'm like, I'm full on trying to have a conversation, and they're just in another world, and I'll just shut up and I just stare at them,
Wait.
and they're like, I'm listening. I'm like, the fuck you are.
I'm listening.
I know how the brain works.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah,
What did we do
yeah.
before cell phones? Did we actually talk and
we
have a
talked to
conversation?
you.
How old are you?
Yeah,
What am I asking?
Yeah, I text.
No, how old are you?
How old am I? 28.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we there was a time we didn't have phones.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what did we
You
used
and
to do?
Teddy about the same age.
Yeah.
Huh? I forget.
You know,
how
people
old
had
Teddy
pagers.
is.
They would be paging, checking
Yeah,
the pager.
yeah.
A little bit of golden page.
Yeah, and all you could do is like write boobies
That's
or
it.
loose or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
911 or some shit.
Yeah, 911. That was a pain in the ass, and people started like it was like you'd get 5 911, 911, 911, 911, and you're like, dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Don't
Now it couldn't possibly be that big of a deal.
We should bring pagers back.
You know what? It's like the phone thing.
Boy Who
is
Cried
like,
Wolf and shit.
I don't know if we need to bring pagers back.
just for 911. 911.
Beepers.
Just for the real emergency.
Yeah, that's it.
If it's a real emergency,
Page me.
you will have a pager.
Yeah.
For the first year that phones were texting, people were still using the 911 thing. I guarantee it.
Probably you don't have
two
technology.
ways.
You know what I
Technology
mean?
very two-way.
But it's like you don't need to do that. You can just tell me what the fucking problem is now. That was like I remember like as pagers got more advanced, where you could actually type out sentences. It was like we don't need them anymore. We have cell phones.
Right.
What a weird. There's a couple of technologies like that are just intermediate. They're real, big and important and useful for just that short while, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome.
like
And then
a-
something just immediately replaces it, and you go, I have no use for that
Technological
thing anymore.
duct tape almost.
Yeah.
You know.
I no, because I can still use duct tape, but I have no use for a
It's a
pager.
quick fix. I mean, you're not gonna permanently fix something with duct tape.
Well, no, but it's
May enhance
it's
something
like
like,
it's
a
like
bow
an in
staff
between
or-
thing. It's like I have nothing. I have no
All right,
idea.
that's fair. That's fair. That's slight to duct tape. Okay, you're not gonna build a prom dress out of duct tape. I
You
mean,
can get a
out of
scholarship
pagers
like that,
rather.
though.
You can get a scholarship out of duct tape.
Yeah. A
Wait.
duct tape scholarship. You wear a duct tape suit to the prom and they give you a scholarship.
Really?
Yeah.
They got some weird scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
I was bummed out. I learned that.
What if you lost that scholarship?
I coulda
That would
used-
suck,
What's
man.
that?
If you built a suit out of duct tape and then you lost
You know
the
what's funny?
scholarship
I
and you
actually-
were just uncomfortable at prom, that would be
a
terrible.
friend of mine
That would
did
be
that,
terrible.
and he didn't get a scholarship.
didn't
He
get it?
actually did wear duct tape as like a full body suit of duct tape.
He's a pioneer.
He wore it, but he went spiffy. He went black duct tape, which
Ah.
is it's the way to do it.
The gray metallic.
Black tape. Does that work? Can I use
Black
that?
tape.
I still don't know what the fuck the black cap thing is.
It's-
Black hat.
You never will,
whatever that
baby.
is.
You never will. Black cat could be activated anytime, anywhere, son.
Activated? Like I was thinking of like Power Rangers. Black cap activate.
It's built in, son. Just like every white
And Louis
child.
Farrakhan comes out of the mist in the middle and starts
As I've
talking.
said before, every white child has a chip implanted inside them when they're born that triggers an alarm at a news station if they are stolen. All black people have a cap built inside, avatar style, like the
Right.
Tree of Souls, in which we can
Right.
connect on the same Negro wavelength if the situation calls for it.
Okay.
21st century
I can see
Underground Railroad, fiber
Now,
optics.
Here's a
boom,
question.
Bringing it back.
I know you're not allowed to give me much details
I
about the
can
newsletter.
give you no details.
But in the newsletter,
This
do they
question is
tell you
irrelevant.
new and exciting ways to use the Black Cat combined power in the newsletter? Is that-
I can neither confirm nor deny that there are tips and other
in a
speculations.
room full of people that all have the newsletter, nobody's going to tell me whether maybe they tell you new ways to use the Black Cap when you all get together in Power Rangers style.
Listen, I mean, I
The
can't.
Black Ranger was black.
I cannot.
I mean,
He had a black cat.
See, I cannot confirm or deny that you can use the black trap.
so was that based
to
on the
tap-
original Black Cap power that you learned about in the newsletter, or is that
Can't.
not?
He has never demonstrated his powers for us. You cannot use the black cap to tap into some sort of Negro Voltron-like spectrum.
All right.
There is no black cap equivalent of a Thundercats-like sword.
Because I was gonna say,
Sword
like,
of Omens.
because really, if that was the case, we just need to get like 10 black people to stand around Mitt Romney and hold hands, and then he just disappears, right? Like, it just
He was
goes up in a
saying-
puff of smoke.
Real talk,
was
son. If that would be like the final level on the hardest video game
Yeah.
ever. Be
Right?
Like, get 10 black people to make a
Around
circle around Mitt
Mitt
Romney
Romney.
before the Mormon hit squad rolls
Yeah.
in.
They just cross hands, swing low, and he's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, right.
And
You
floats
would
up.
get if you got
like in the movies,
7,
his face starts melting. Ah!
the game
Well.
would probably self-destruct right when you got to 9. You could never win, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm still like kind of amazed that he was able to stand near 9 black people. And he did that. Who let the dog?
Oh, I was hoping you would say that. Yes. Who would have done that?
Did you ever see that clip of
Nah.
Mitt Romney? This is a real thing. This is not like
This
taken
is
out
from
of
the
context.
last time he ran for
What'd he do?
president.
He walks up to a group of
Urban
about
youth.
9, probably not 10. You're right. 10 would be too much. 9 black people, like urban youth, and he just goes, "You guys want to take a picture?" And then so they all crowd around him. He goes, "Who let the dogs out? Huh?"
Wow. He said that.
He
Yeah.
literally goes like he's like,
That was his hit thing.
"I
to
know
say.
your thing. I
Yeah.
know what's up. You guys
I
are."
understand you.
And what was it? This is the 08 cycle, I think, right? This is
I don't
like
know.
07. So
I don't know. It
This was again. This is
It's just
years
embarrassingly
removed
bad.
for the Baja Men being anywhere near relative.
It's
Nah, I've
it's
never
just
seen it.
embarrassingly terrible.
Oh, they put on the news.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't not put this on the news. Hey guys, who let the dogs out?
Urban youth. Oh,
Oh, you forgot about the who.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that's
said-
our
Yeah,
favorite
he
part.
started like, "I've heard that song."
You can like
he
hear
associated
him
that with him.
in
though?
his. You can like
What
hear
year is
him
this?
in his
Oh, wait.
head.
Oh wait,
06?
yeah.
What is it?
Jack-
This is from the
Jacksonville.
last presidential cycle when he lost to John McCain for the nomination.
Oh.
You can hear him processing black things in his Romneytron circuits where he's like, what Negro thing
He's
can
like,
I
I can't.
say?
He's like, I know
What do
I'm
they
not
like?
supposed to mention
What do they
fried
listen to?
chicken. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
I
leave
can't.
that out.
Watermelon's
Okay.
gone.
Watermelon's
No
out.
grape
All right.
Kool-Aid.
Grape
Reparations, I
soda.
can't-
No
they
good
don't want
with
to
that.
talk about that.
Cheese doodles.
Tang. They're either gonna think I'm talking about pussy or the orange drink.
Tang.
I don't even
Can't
think
do
he would
that.
probably think of the orange drink. No, they're not thirsty. They don't look
No,
thirsty to me. That's
Probably
what
not
I'd say.
thirsty for Tang.
Right.
Ooh, I know that Baja Men track was a real.
I could talk about menthols. No, I won't do that.
No, I can't talk about drugs. I'm Mormon.
What's a good
Shit,
song?
what
Everyone
have I
likes
got?
music. Everyone likes music.
Everybody likes. I have to imagine like one of his advisors like, here's what'll go over
Do you know
really
what I mean?
well.
Like, there's no, you're not paying your advisors anywhere near enough money if, like, because he wasn't like, what I heard of the radio,
Yeah,
Baja
there's no
Men.
way that he has
That's
like the Baja
That
Men.
was 2008. When were
Yeah,
the
that's
Baja Men hot?
like,
Like, 01?
90 something.
98.
I'm being very generous. They're like a decade removed from relevance. Do you know what I mean?
I
that is
remember-
like him going to the barrio and being like, "Living la vida loca"
Yeah,
tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That shit would just be mad and
Gay Mexicans, am I right, guys? What's up? What's going on? Hey,
Exactly.
hey, I'm down with that shit.
I do
yeah.
like to dance in front of a fan with my shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah, what's up? I live La Vida Loca. I just need you guys to know that.
After this, we can do the Macarena.
Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Oh
that-
yeah, the Macarena.
like,
You know, I won in
how
high school. I
they
won
don't know
a
no black people. Son.
at a record store
No one.
just before the new Marilyn Manson album came out. They had a Marilyn Manson dress like contest to the Macarena. So you had to dress like Marilyn Manson and do the Macarena.
Simultaneously?
Yeah, yeah. So what I did, and I won the contest with this, is I just showed up like in a full body suit.
Okay.
Was totally not Marilyn Manson-y, right? And they were like, this guy's gonna lose. Everybody else was dressed in the, standard stereotypical Marilyn Manson circa 1996.
Right.
And when they started the Macarena, I just pulled off the suit and I was wearing just fishnets and a cod piece. And I'd written, Manson lyrics on my chest and lipstick, which would be the Manson thing. Then I started doing the lipstick thing. I don't know how familiar you are with Manson. That was his thing.
Yeah,
back
I
in the day.
remember
Like,
Manson.
"Wah," and
Yeah.
put lipstick all over his face. And so they just stopped it like 10 seconds. And they were like, we have to escort you out of the mall, but you won. So here's all your here's the new album and your Marilyn Manson nightlight and your poster.
Yeah, you want to fuck at that contest.
Yeah. And then there was like pictures that were taken that they were going to have like published, but apparently this is like something like a conspiracy thing. A friend of mine worked at the record store, and he's like, yeah, some girl came in and was like, I wanted to see those pictures, and I showed them to her. I handed her the photos, and she handed them back, and all the ones of me were missing. And I was like, who was that girl?
Damn.
Like, who was like such a big fan of me that didn't just see me in that mall all the time and just took those photos home?
Yeah.
And now there's no proof that it ever happened, except I still have the Marilyn Manson nightlight. But there you go. That's my Macarena story.
That's good.
That's how I fill time while you're in the bathroom.
No, that was
Weird Macarena
Look,
stories.
okay, look, bro. That's a lot of black people crowded around, and
That's
I'm
more than
guaranteeing
nine.
that.
they
more than
should have
9. That's
just
like 12.
they could have. Like
You know,
you ever see that
only,
thing where
only about half of them
13
even know
years.
what's happening right now. The other half in the back doing the black person pose for any media vehicle. You know what I mean? Like anytime a camera pops out around a group of black people, y'all, I guess this is Mob Squad. Do you know what I mean?
You ever seen that video where
That's the
they got
only time you get
the
a chance
giant
to shout
hornet?
out.
The giant hornet can come in and just take over an entire bees, swarm. It's like one of the weirdest videos you ever see. It's like a giant hornet. They're like yay big, right? Compared to these little tiny honeybees. And they can just go in and be like, I'm going to take all your shit. This is me and my pals are here. We're going to take over. And they can just kill en masse. They got no problem with it.
Brat!
So over time, the honeybees are like, okay, we got a defense. When the big hornets come and start killing everybody, let's just head out inside the cave. So the hornet goes into the cave, and they just swarm them, and they flap their wings so hard that they generate friction, and they cook them from the inside out.
Fuck.
And that's how 10,000 honeybees can beat one hornet.
See?
So what I'm saying is right here, if they just swarmed around him and like shook
If they
together,
did the
friction, he would
hornet
just,
tactic,
right?
the
He would
honeybee
burn
tactic?
from the inside, where his blackened heart is kept alive by the robot mechanics that apparently power his weird body
He's a
you know,
cyborg.
and brain.
I
Yeah,
mean-
right? It's got the weird... If it makes you feel any better...
It's such an awkward
he-
moment, dude.
As of today...
Oh, his security's in the back. I see him with the shades on.
As
Yeah,
of
see,
today,
they know.
he has dropped to a 1.8% chance of winning.
Like, it really does look like he was photoshopped into some sort of family reunion.
In what state?
picture.
That's everything. That's all
That's
together?
you ever look at
What's-
538?
Say again.
All of the
538.
states.
538. What?
It's this guy's Nate Silver. You're sports people, right? You mentioned football earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know but
Baseball perspective.
in baseball, Nate Silver was the guy who came into baseball and said, "Hey, I figured out baseball based on stats. I can figure out how to like build the best possible team
Yeah.
without having to spend ungodly amounts of money." And he a few different teams went to the World Series or something with it, right?
Yep.
Based on his stats.
on his theory.
So around the last election, he was like, "I'm going to apply this crazy algorithm to politics, and I'll
Yeah.
find out who's going to win." And I remember in like October of that election cycle, he had Obama at like 97% chance of winning, and right now. He's running it again, of course. Right now, he's got Obama at 98.9 or 98.8%. So he's just basically like, there's no way that Romney could possibly win because he's lost all the states.
Because who let the dogs out, am I right? Who? Who?
Who?
Who?
That's interesting.
It probably has dropped, actually, because he does two different ones. He does the nowcast, which is like, if the election happened today, these are the odds. If it happened on November 6th. So the today's odds, I guess he's up a bit. 2.2% if it held today. His forecast for November 6th is 14.3%. So it's one of those, it's just good stuff.
It's called the 538.
So far, yeah, 538.com.
538. Okay.
It's as full spelled out, FIVE, that
Got
whole
it.
thing, yeah. And then, okay, I'm going to move on to, let's see. I'll let you pick. All right, let's see, what do I got? The Love Pals Next Generation Virtual Sex Machine Toy Technology. That's one you can pick. Another one is the new law in California making it illegal for universities and employers to ask for your social media passwords.
I heard about that one.
A new social network where people dare each other to do things for money.
That's dumb.
Interesting.
Those are the. I'm gonna start off with those. Pick one of
Okay.
those.
The latter, the third one, because that's interesting.
dares.
Yeah, I want to know.
All right, this
What
is
are the
called
stipulations?
multa.com.
Like, it has to be stipulations, right? Like,
No
Can you-
rules,
can you
bitches.
dare somebody to commit suicide? I mean,
Sure you can.
I guess if somebody's going to take it on, but what are you going to win?
How I'm gonna get all your money.
It says take on dares, make money, earn glory.
oh, this
So
is
like
thrills.
active dares. What seems weird is I think it's sort of backwards. It seems to me that people are saying, "Hey, I'm asking you to dare me to blank, and I'll do it if you give me X amount of money."
Well,
Which
now,
seems
see,
backwards.
these are very weird things.
Like Robert Yanks is dared to buy
Yeah.
meals for 10 homeless people in one day for $100.
What kind of
Juan
dare is that?
Esteban Garcia will do the Gangnam Style in a mall if 100 friends support it. Like, I'll do that if 5 friends. Who wouldn't? If you just got in a mall and started doing the Gangnam Style horse dance,
I feel like
everybody's
this
going
is
to join in.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is not what I was expecting.
It'd be like
at
a
all.
flash mob.
Wait, he will kiss a girl of my choice if 15 friends support it? What kind of dare is that, B? What kind of dare is that, son? That's real rapey, first of all. I'm going to kiss a girl of my choice if my friends say it's okay. That is how rape happens, son.
Yeah.
That is
That's a-
not appropriate. That is not whatever that
That's
man's
a
name
gateway
is.
to rape. Yeah.
Daniela Ramos will kiss a random stranger down on the strip if 45 friends support it.
Like, you do that without your
Yeah, you do
friends'
that without.
support.
You just
This is
go to
so
the
you
bar
can
and
have
drunk.
good self-esteem.
That's a female.
I know, bro. She's probably
What's you
kissed a
say?
random.
You're
go
gonna walk. You're
45
gonna walk
people?
on the Vegas Strip and walk up to a stranger and make out with him. Somebody, it's like that's like
No,
3
no.
seconds before somebody's like, "Hey, how much for a blowjob? How much?
These
How
are the
much?
kind of, these,
How much for a handy? What's
Yeah,
up?
right.
Now we're
Let me lick my
talking.
balls.
There
I got
are
$100
two-
right here.
There are 2 dares on the screen that I could see, maybe 3 actually, 2 for sure, that are legit. One is Sebastian Register will chug a 375 milliliter bottle of Jaeger from a funnel if 24 friends support it. The other is Chris Shui will eat a tub of Nutella. And let me say, that is a tub, okay, Riffopolis?
Now,
That
I don't
shit-
know if the
you
tub
could
that he's
drown
holding-
a small child.
That if the tub he's holding is what he's talking about,
There's no chance.
there's no way you can do that. In
He
3
would
minutes.
die.
You wouldn't be able to.
He would die.
Now,
you
if you talk a
could
tub
bury,
like a jar,
Yeah.
3
right.
minutes, I
you
can
gotta
see.
clarify on the size. But if he is gonna eat what is pictured, then that is a dare you put on the website.
Chris Shoe Nice Shoe will eat a bag of Doritos, including the bag,
That's the same dude,
and
bro.
a full tub of the dips. Oh, it
That's the
is.
same dude.
All right.
All right, this
Joe
guy's
Martin
getting in.
will lick a friend's armpit if 45 friends support it.
You know what I'm saying? These are shitty. First of all, there's no quality dares, dude. The low quality dares. Okay. Uh-oh, everything's falling apart.
There we go. All right. All
We'll,
right.
we'll find fresh dog poo on the street and decorate it like a birthday cake. That's what kind of dare is that? That's not a dare. That's a misguided Martha Craft. Or
Yeah,
Martha
yeah.
Stewart Craft.
Well,
I've seen
when
some
you
of
play
these
truth
before.
or when you play truth or
Wait,
dare.
you've seen these things on like the
Tosh does them. He does the challenge. Is that the milk
Yeah,
challenge?
yeah. If somebody
Yeah.
puts it on YouTube
Yeah.
or whatever. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. As like to prove that you did it, you have to like get it on video.
Yeah.
Is that the whole
Some
thing?
people fuck themselves up though.
Yeah. Well, I
cinnamon
imagine some of
challenge.
these have a
This
very
dude
high
will-
potential.
This guy, one guy's gonna change his World
Now
of
I could
Warcraft
be I could be
alias
wrong, but
and
to,
dress as a
to
sexy
me,
warlord.
What is
What?
that?
help me out on this. Help me out on this. The both of you. To me, the only reason to play truth or
That
dare
man's gonna die.
is so that eventually you're banging one of the girls in the room. Like that's the whole reason to play it, right?
That's
It's like
the premise.
right, isn't that the whole thing? It always starts off like I dare you to lick a wall.
For
I
many
dare you to
people,
kiss Steve.
some sort
and
of
then like
sexual
eventually it's like I
interaction.
dare
Yes.
you to let me fucking play with titties for like 5
You
minutes.
know,
and
I
then it's
feel
like,
like
I dare you to sit on me and then
outside of the
I dare you to
obvious
let me go down on
sexual
you.
tension release that it provides.
Isn't that the whole purpose of
There's
it?
also
Same
that,
thing as 7 minutes in
there's
the
that
closet?
thrill of doing something outside of yourself. I would suppose that's a part of it.
Because I don't really understand the truth part of it.
That's
if you're
silly.
not, if it's not like a weird sexual thing, then what's truth for?
Yeah, it's
Because
just
the whole
dare.
thing with the truth or dare is like, oh, I'm going to find out some secret sexual stuff about you. That's why you do truth. Because
You
like,
just
what else are you
wanna-
going to ask about?
And you gotta have some kind
Tell
of
me your most
Look,
depressing
okay,
childhood
alcohol,
story.
look,
You know what I mean?
beverage.
Hey, speaking of alcoholic, look at this. This dude is gonna take 10 tequila shots in 50 seconds if 28 friends support it.
He's gonna
First
get
of all,
poisoned.
he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Second of all, every friend that supports that is signing on to his death certificate. So
10,
any friend who,
10,
like, if I wanted to
mm.
know which friends didn't give a fuck about me, I would post that, and then I would see who signed up to support me, and then I would have them show up to the event, and I would just be like, "Fuck all y'all, yeah, you're never gonna be my
You're
friend
not,
again."
unless the dude weighs 90 pounds.
That man is
10
dead,
ain't gonna
son.
kill you.
That
No,
man's dead,
10?
son.
10?
In 50 seconds?
No.
He dead, son.
No.
He dead, son.
You can be drunk as fuck.
You're gonna be dead.
You're gonna throw up,
He gonna be dead.
but you ain't gonna be dead.
He dead.
No.
I guarantee
Drunk
you his
as
friends
fuck.
ain't gonna help him.
That's
Well, no, that's
alcohol
for sure.
poisoning.
Yeah, you got
He
that.
dead,
yeah,
son.
yeah.
He dead.
Yeah, you'll get alcohol
Yeah,
poisoning to the
alcohol
point that your body will reject it, but you won't die. It would take like 20 shots. For an extra $5.
Yeah, I do 20.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of idea. I think that it needs a lot of work, but I'm
How
glad
depressing
we,
is it when your friends don't support you at all?
Yeah. How do you?
And you like blast out your fucking invitation, and you get like 2 friends. They're like, only 2 friends want to see me drink myself into a stupor. I'm so disappointed. You mean only 4 friends?
Yeah, like
only 4 friends want to see me get in a tub full of water, pour a bag of flour, and mix it, and wait for 10 minutes.
Is it positive or negative that only 4 friends? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
only
right.
4 friends hate me enough to watch me retch up everything
I
I've
don't
eaten
know.
this month.
This dude has 21 friends that want to see him change his World of Warcraft alias to Trixie Hot Blonde and dress as a sexy warlord. He needs 70 friends. That man does not
Why
have
is
70
that-
friends.
but-
He does not have 70
Why-
friends.
like, but-
you have
but-
set the bar too high, sir.
It's just, but like at the same
Yeah,
time,
if he
it's like,
plays WoW,
why
he
is
doesn't
that?
have 70 friends.
Where in what universe is that like a wild? You know, nobody would like. I don't know a lot about WoW, but I know about the internet.
Yeah.
And if you on the internet, even if you were literally wearing a dress and did a YouTube video and called yourself Trixie Hawk
It's
Brown,
weirder that he,
nobody's gonna give a shit.
It's weirder that he, like,
less so
wants
that
it,
it's
yeah.
like an avatar. Like that's not a crazy dare. That's like somebody going like, "Damn, we put an extra 3 drops of hot sauce on
But
this
I
here
think
chip."
that's the thing that's
Woo, I'm
fascinating.
wild.
I think that's what's
Woo.
so fascinating about the site. You ask about the truth or dare. I think it's fascinating to see what represents a risky threshold to some people. Where, like, for some people, like, I'm gonna change my virtual avatar to a woman and be all sexy, like. But I'm gonna post it as my real name and get all my real friends to let me know. Like, it's a weird.
Yeah. All right, I want to go to this other one because I'm really curious what
He's
everybody
gonna
thinks of
get-
this. There's a thing called the
Dare to eat 2 small pizzas back to back within 15
All right, this
minutes.
is
That
the
is
thing.
lunch, you dirty son of a
this
bitch.
is a thing called the Love Pals.
Greedy, son.
I'm moving on. Shush.
Greedy.
There's a thing called the Love Pals, and it's a 2-part device. There's a male part and a female part. Male part, of course, fucks it, and the female part, it fucks you. And the idea is that it connects to like your iPhone, right? And it sends a wireless signal over Wi-Fi, over them internets, with a series of impulses and so on and so forth. So you're fucking the male part, right? And then the female part is fucking her the way that you're fucking the male part.
This is like Demolition Man come to life.
Yeah. So it senses your motion,
It's a new Demolition Man.
Right.
Maybe they have this.
and one for you and one for the lover.
So wherever
thoughts?
you-
Thoughts?
Wow, they have a shot list.
So wherever you,
So wait, I
right.
make love to the female part.
No.
I make love to the male part.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a bit tricky. The
What's
female
blue?
one is
Wait,
pink.
wait,
What's
no.
blue?
I feel like
All right,
you gotta
you-
get that part down because that's a tough sales
That's
pitch.
true.
I wanna
Okay,
know-
so what part am I making love to exactly right now? Because
You
I
fuck the blue one.
$49.95
And the
better
pink
to hold in
one-
my pocket.
You fuck the blue one, and the pink one fucks her the way you're fucking the blue one.
How?
So
So
the
like if you're pounding away at that one, then her wireless dildo.
Her motion sensor.
It's actually
Okay.
called this is called teledildonics if you mean
Teledildonics.
if you want to be
Teledildonics is
That's the
going on
technology.
board.
All right, go ahead.
Well,
That guy's wild.
That's a term that's been in the ether since like the 80s,
Yeah.
but we haven't actually had any. So it's
we have the teledildonics.
we got the term, we didn't have the technology. So yeah, teledildonically, you fuck the blue circle, and then the pink stick fucks her the way you're fucking. Now I don't think it takes into account, by the way, angle and things. It probably just does speed.
Oh, so it doesn't.
Because like if
fucking-
I'm in there and I'm like angling and shit,
you know
I
how
have
you
a
be buying
feeling
sex
they-
toys and they don't know nothing about no geometry.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just like the speed.
So where
and
are the
things.
two people at? Like in the same house? Or?
No. You'd be like in Texas, and your woman would be like
It'd
in
be real
California.
sad if you're both in
Oh,
the
it's
same
like-
house.
it's like
You'd be
Skype.
hey, listen.
You
This
could
Go
is
just,
downstairs, bitch.
It's
Go
safe.
downstairs. We talked about this, woman. Go downstairs and put the thing in.
Yeah.
listen. I'm gonna fuck this while I'm mowing the lawn. You stick this in you
aluminum, magnesium
while you're making
alloy.
dinner.
Quit moaning
Let's-
so loud I can hear you.
Damn it, Susie. We've been over this.
That's why we can't have nice things. You ruin it with your fucking feelings and
So
shit.
it goes. You basically you could also use. You can also do the thing with because it goes to your phone. So you could do it while you're FaceTiming, right? So you could be like looking at her face
This is
while
so
you're
weird,
fucking
bro.
the thing.
That's so weird, dude.
Of course, it's
I was
weird. But what would you?
so
What are your
digital.
thoughts? What are your
Virtual.
thoughts? What do you?
I
got?
think it's safe. I support it. It's safe sex.
Would you?
Would you get into it?
I
you
would
get
do
into
it, except I wouldn't try to do it with like me here
Okay.
and like somebody in Texas. I would be like, just go downstairs and let's.
Right.
just
Okay, so
try
you gonna
this.
take the joke scenario and turn it into a real one? That's what you're saying?
That's what I would
Listen,
do.
you're on a movie shoot, right? They're like, it's a 3-month shoot where it's The Hobbit Part 3, and you're going to New
Electric
Zealand,
Boogaloo.
right? Yeah. Electric Boogaloo, because it rhymes. So you're in New Zealand, hills, yes, and woman's back here,
Okay.
right? Hanging out with the 6, 7 roommates, whatever.
You got all kinds of screws.
And you're like,
That
listen,
happens.
I'm not banging any of these weird New Zealanders. That's hills, no. And but you got these devices, right?
Yeah.
but I got
and-
$49.95.
Do you
and
go
I'm burning
like,
in
yeah,
my
let's
heart
get
and
into
my
it, or you just go
loins?
like, I'm just not gonna fuck for 3 months.
Nah, I mean, I would use this.
You get into it.
Yeah,
All right.
But they would know. You would make sure that they would know. Like, listen, preferably I would like to be in the same place as you, but make you use this.
Yeah.
But I guess this will be far apart.
See, I'd be all about this myself. Like,
Would you use it that same way?
I'm hoping like this is the thing that they don't explain in here, and maybe I'm a terrible person for asking, but I'm thinking, can I just have the one male thing, for me, right? The thing I fuck, and then I can buy like 20 of the female ones and just like give them out.
you can't. You
Can I-
cannot. You can't.
Can I
turn a
pair?
hub. You
Can I
can't
pair
hub,
with more
bro.
than one? For one, can I
You
pair
can't-
more than one? And for two,
Yeah, they should connect.
Cannot do some sort of fucking tethering.
yeah,
for
why
that.
not?
You cannot.
Yeah, why not?
You can't turn your shit
it's
into some sort of
How are you
Wi-Fi
going to
harem,
capture the
bro.
Mormon market unless you got tethering across multiple
Yeah,
devices?
it's like one of those Hanukkah candles.
God,
like,
Yeah.
Oh, you did
Because
not
here's what
bring
I'm
the
thinking,
menorah
right?
into
Like
this.
maybe there's a girl who's like, like she lives in a different country or whatever, and like, but we hang out and we chat and we do our thing and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna send you one of these things to stick up in you, and let's just, we'll remote fuck. But like, I'm out $50, right?
It's
But
so
like,
intimate when
I
you
don't
say
want to
things
have
like-
to buy a new one every
Hey,
time
girl.
I find somebody like that I
Right.
want to fuck
you
remotely.
get them mixed up.
Hey,
Right. So it's like I should have the one, and I could just program it to one of,
you-
however many.
jump on Skype right quick and let me remote fuck you.
Yeah, it would.
Yo, let me tell
replace
Teledildonics all up in that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess my
What,
thing.
what's
okay,
your
listen.
thought? Okay,
Okay.
you're on comedy tour, right? Your woman's back here.
Yeah, sure.
Do you just like abstain, or you think like, hey, let's give this a shot? Right?
I mean, okay, listen. I mean,
That's a little
first
tricky
of all,
on tour because
I think it's gonna be weird if like I'm trying to like if I got that set up right, and then I got like I'm just like holding a phone at the same time to look at them.
you don't have to hold the phone. You can just
Oh,
like
what-
put that on the counter.
Oh well,
It's
we're
just an option.
FaceTiming though.
No, I'm saying it's an
Suppose
option.
that we're FaceTiming.
Well,
with
that's
each
your-
other. Well,
that's
I'm
your
gonna
choice.
FaceTime and I'm gonna put you on the counter so
No,
you
no,
can
no.
see the
You don't
ceiling.
have to
while I'm making-
FaceTime.
We're FaceTiming though. That's on the website, Mitch. It's on
It's an option. It's an
lovepals.com. So I'm
option.
taking the option, right?
Okay, all
I'm
right.
going the option. I'm taking
Why
the
didn't
road
you make it
more
sound like
traveled.
you had to? I'm just saying.
I'm trying to get
Nobody's forcing you
maximum
into it. All right,
intimacy.
all right, all right,
I want
all right.
maximum intimacy. Okay, so we FaceTiming, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I'm doing
Now,
my
do you?
thing.
Me
and I'm like-
personally, I would mount the phone to the thing I'm supposed to fuck.
I'm not trying to give them some sort of weird military style POV, bro, like a helmet cam, son.
that
I
this
don't
way,
need
when they're
that kind of
looking at their-
access, dude. They don't need all that, son.
No, but there's
because
a-
we still got we gonna
ah.
reconnect at some point, and I don't want them to have the helmet
Practical
cam POV
practical
in
purpose.
their head.
Practical purpose. Hold
No.
on. Practical purpose. Here's what I'm thinking,
You're
right?
ridiculous.
If I strap it to the thing, right, then what they'll see on their end is like my face shaking up and down, which would be the same as if I was actually fucking them. My face would be shaking up and down.
I get it. Yeah.
See?
If you're on
I'm
top.
thinking ahead of
Get
time.
it. That doesn't mean that it's not appropriate for the venue.
I'm
Okay.
just that's the way I'd do it. That's the way I would do it. And I'd see them all blurry, just like if I was fucking them. I'd see them all blurry because my head's moving.
It would be blurry, son.
No, I mean I'm just saying with the shaking. It's a
What
good
if
idea.
what if it falls off, son? What if it falls off? What are you so vigorous?
That's what duct tape is for.
Oh, so now we're bringing duct tape into the genitals?
Listen, I
Duct
bring
tape.
duct tape to genitals all the time. I don't know where you've been hanging out,
You
but
talk to
me
Mr.
and
Scholarship over here.
Duct tape.
yeah. See, here you go. See, he's down with the
He's
duct tape.
selling me out, Kyron. He's selling me out.
I would just
Thank
mount
you.
it up personally. That's why I have this.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. See, you got a good point. Yeah.
You just
Then
been
you can,
waiting.
like,
You just been
lean
waiting
back.
for teledildonics your whole life. You're like, nah, son, I'm gonna need the hip pouch.
That's good.
Just
No,
in
yeah.
case I
You
find
lean
a
back.
thing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, lean back. You
Listen,
know, the other thing
My
is
point,
cock
no, my
looks
point is
like if you lean back with it like this and you like point it up towards your stomach, it's very difficult to visually discern where the balls and the cock like meet. So you get like an extra 2 like visual
guess-
inches
listen,
on a camera.
I'm saying
it looks like it, and
what
it's
I'm
like, man, I
saying-
don't think I could fit all that.
I
And you're like,
remember watching the scene
I
in
just know a thing or
Demolition
two
Man
about all- yeah,
with
sorry.
Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock
With the
when they
glasses.
had the future sex.
Yeah.
Did
And
they
the
have
shit
I
was
didn't see
mad
it. I remember
awkward,
that part.
son. It was a very awkward scene. I remember thinking the technology was very awkward. I remember thinking if I live in a world where people have to have future sex with glasses, I probably don't want to be there because that's right before the apocalypse happens.
It looks uncomfortable.
Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that
You don't
I would
have
be
to.
I would be willing to indulge in it.
Okay, all right.
I would do that. I would go into it knowing that it would most likely be a very uncomfortable, little pleasure enjoyed on my end situation. I would not want
It
to
lubricates.
repeat it.
It's a lubricating.
I did not say
fuck toy.
anything about physical pleasure so much as I was referring to the emotional hollowing out of my humanity. But what I will say,
I mean, maybe I'm just the target market for this. It's like, I'm
Yeah,
not
I don't-
seeing any
you know what,
problems here.
Then again, I don't really
I'm
see me
just-
sticking my penis in anything.
Well, this is the thing.
Other
I'm
than-
not
Look,
into. I'm not
look,
into like the
which
fleshlights
is-
and stuff because
first
I don't
of all,
like to.
do they
you
even
know?
have a built-in mount portion on the things that we're talking
You can
about?
probably order
Does
that.
the female have a built-in mount portion? Does hers even work for the mounting?
not
Does it
seeing the-
allow for the
Yeah,
vigorous?
yeah. Look,
does
look.
it? Where?
Look, it
Yeah, I don't
sits.
think
It
Mitch is the only
sits
one
on
that
the
thought of
thing
that.
there. You
It
know?
doesn't seem, there's not a lot of room for a mount, bro. It doesn't really seem like there's enough room for a mount so that it could also be pleasurable for you. The physical thing that's happening.
Where are you trying to mount it? You gonna mount it against the wall? What are
Where
you
you?
thinking?
You
They
trying to
probably
mount on
have
the
that.
thing? On the thing.
Duct tape.
You got to bounce up against it, bro. It's gonna be hitting you, son.
No, you fucking.
Unless
you
you
do
just,
like this.
unless you just see.
You just jerk it like it's a tube. It's the
Bro,
same thing as a fleshlight.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I've
son.
never used one of those though. See, that's. But I think my thing about the flashlight is I always feel like I don't want to get too familiar with the flashlight because then it's like I come to rely on it. You know what I mean? It's the same reason if you start out using lube too early, then like you're relying on lube for the rest of your life. You know, you got to take that shit like sparingly.
I mean, I guess.
So I feel like if I
Don't grow
started using a
accustomed.
flashlight, I'd be like, well, now I can't jerk off normal anymore. Now
Here's
I
the
gotta
other
fuck
thing.
some rubber pussy
Here's
in
the
a
other
tube,
thing.
and I don't want to do that.
Here's the other thing. We don't even know really the pleasure spectrum of what you're getting in return. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention the thing that fucks her, right? It's got sensors all along the sides and shit. So if she does some Kegels, right? The fucking the electro pussy that you're fucking squeezes on your dick. Pretty
Okay.
awesome, right?
That's very.
It's teledildonics, right? They're trying to show each
that
other like, hey,
is
he's doing this,
indeed-
she's doing this, she's squeezing.
That is
You,
indeed. the
you know
future.
what? I would just like to watch.
Right.
All right.
All facts given.
Well, you just want to watch two
gonna
people enjoy
renege.
you enjoy future sex. You just want to be
I
a
would
future
just-
sex voyeur.
I will watch
Is that what you're
the
confessing?
girl,
to?
but maybe.
Well, you know what? You could probably put your fingers in there
Yeah,
and do
maybe
that.
something like that.
But then again, it doesn't have. I don't think it does
I'm
angle.
trying to figure out where
It would need to like. It would need to be
I
like
just-
fully articulating,
I
and
wanna
then
watch
you'd
the
be
girl.
fine.
Yeah, I want to watch her play with the fucking dildo. Now.
Well, you can do that now. Just get a
Yeah.
webcam and.
That's not the future, bro. That's not a future.
I know. I mean, that's what I do now. Is just I just like, hey, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it cheating
do that
if you
shit,
let your
know?
homeboy stick his dick in it and she's playing with it? Is that cheating?
I think that actually breaks a very sacred trust between you and your significant other. If you think that they're
Fucking
having
per
future,
se.
if they think they're having future sex with you, and then at the end they're like,
If
they're
I
like,
may.
surprise, there were like 4 of the dicks in there. They would be
Yeah.
very upset. They would be very
You
upset.
she would
If
be
I may,
upset.
you're,
Forever.
if you don't mind,
Rightfully so.
Your
Like,
fian-
you thought it was me, but it was like, she's like, I thought that was something was wrong. I was like, that was because it was Jermaine's dick.
Hold on.
Right.
I have to break a fourth wall here. Your fiance is in the room. Can we get her opinion on
No,
whether or not?
not fiance.
What do you think, fiance?
Didn't you say fiance?
PA.
Oh, I'm terribly
PA,
sorry.
fiance. I mean, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm terribly sorry. I feel really bad now. I'm sorry. That's what I heard at the door. I was running around. I'm terribly sorry. Now everybody's all embarrassed. Well, then let me just get a female perspective.
Yeah, female perspective.
As a female, if you were teledildonically with your partner, and then later he was like, "Oh yeah, it ain't no fun at the phone. Homies can't have none." So my buddy Teddy was actually on the other end of
I
that.
got to be the second.
Because you
fan of
suggested
dick.
it, so I mean, you
I
know what I mean.
didn't suggest it,
Would that fuck up your whole thing? Here, swing the mic around to her
Boom.
if you would.
Yeah, it would bother me.
Right? That would
Like
be.
if you didn't get my permission and I'm sitting there, Cause think about it, like we're on the phone and I'm like probably talking to you and saying different things to you, and then all of a sudden,
Right.
Mystery dick.
I'll feel violated.
Especially
Yeah.
because you
Well,
want to
you
mount.
came up with it.
I didn't come up with anything. First
You
of
did.
all, well, you
He
damn
did come
right
up with it, right? It was his idea.
No, I was not trying to poke a hole in the fucking mount patrol
But
over
why
here.
would you do that?
Why would you do it? I don't know. He came up with it.
You came up
I
with
didn't
it.
Come up with
You
nothing.
said, "Is there a violation of trust if somebody else is fucking it?" That was you who said that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah,
did.
definitely.
And if I did, I was right.
Rivopolis.
My point though is that
if you
listen,
rewind a minute and a half,
No,
you'll hear
listen.
Teddy suggest this. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Thank you for. I didn't mean
Listen,
to.
my point.
assume you guys
my
were
point here is
engaged.
that you don't get
Huge
to,
faux pas.
if you're like FaceTiming somebody, right? Or like,
Right,
let's
right.
just say you just like
Right.
just like doing it. So
Mhm.
you're just
Yeah,
talking on the
doing
phone.
it and doing it raw.
First of all,
Right.
I would be very unsettled to have another person in the room on my end when I was engaging in future sex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't really want a friend to
I don't
see
even
me.
like in current sex. I don't even
Yeah.
care for that.
So,
I mean,
like-
I'll do it. Look, any dorm in a storm,
So then,
but like,
not only to have another person in the room being watching you have future sex, but then you be like, "Hey, come get some future sex yourself," and then you just like what, go and get like a sandwich or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
So what about when you're really trying to do it? Like you're running a train on the girls, a menage a trois. What about that?
I don't see. That goes back to his.
that's what I'm saying, right? You could have two of them go.
Yeah, right.
Right. I don't.
Or
Really,
you'd be like,
I
"Hey,
don't think
hey,
we have
Susie,
the technology for
Susie.
you to run a future menage a trois Twain on somebody."
Susie,
son.
tell Kelly to connect hers to mine, so that I'm just gonna do both of you at once.
I don't really think that is applicable.
That would be
technology.
awesome.
I don't really
Oh,
think
now
we should
see,
do
now
that.
I'm in favor of it. If you
don't
could,
think we
if you
should
could
do
link
that.
up like 5 simultaneously,
It's real rapey, bro.
I just get all.
It's
Why
got
is
a
that
lot of-
rapey?
It's got a lot of real
Group
rapey.
sexy.
It's got a lot of rape implications, bro.
Wait, threesomes are not rape implications. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, Dildonics has a lot.
Haven't
of,
you ever been in a
can't
situation-
Just be like, yeah, just go ahead. I mean, that shit is
No,
real.
no. What I'm saying is,
It's
haven't you
got a
ever,
lot of potential for abuse. son.
haven't you ever been in a situation
No.
where you?
Not at all.
All right, Cyrah, I will pose this to you.
All right.
I've never
Haven't you
in
ever been in a situation where? Are you a single man?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this changes the whole thing. All this time, I was like, I don't want to ask too many like sex questions because it's awkward with the fiance, and then now I'm like,
You didn't want to ask a lot of sex
Beyonce.
questions, but you took us to
next time
Dildonics.
somebody says this
That's
is
what
my
you-
PA,
I would hate.
shush. The next time that happens, I need you to, when they walk away, go. He said PA.
I thought you heard.
I
And why would I think
I
you
have
were
bad
trying
hearing.
to avoid that
I
when
have
we go
bad
to
hearing.
Dildonics, son?
I have bad hearing.
You got a strange level of avoidance, B.
Yeah. Anyway, haven't you ever been in a situation where like you're in a room and you're sort of messing around with one girl, and then another girl is like, "Hey, I feel very left out," right?
Yes.
See? Yes. Okay. That's how threesomes happen.
What?
Because the other girl's
Where
like,
the-
I feel
what?
very
I've never been to
neglected,
that- I've
and
never
now
been
that
there.
I see that this could just happen in this room, and he's a good-looking fella, and she's like, you know what? I am not offended by anything going. I need to get in on that, and then that's how. So I'm just saying, teledildonically,
Yeah, that's
it
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
nice to, yeah.
Let's just do it like with the teledildonics.
Okay, but
No.
again,
Give it to me.
again. Okay, my point we come back to: are you doing this? And if this is Cyrah's example, they're gonna be in the same room. They're gonna be getting hot and heavy, and then he's gonna be like, "Okay, hold on a second, bitches.
No, they're
would
not
say
all in the
no.
same room.
I would say
Stop!
something like that.
Stop! Yes, you gonna be like, hold on a second, ladies. Here, this
right,
is
there's
for
that.
you. Let me go to my closet. And this is for you. This is for you. You put that in you. You put that in you. Oh, what about me? I'm gonna go upstairs to the pool table, and you can holler at me.
I'm gonna
later.
fuck all y'all.
Okay.
How'd you know I had a pool table?
I'm just saying, my hypotheticals are real deep, son.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I smacked the shit
There's
out.
7 people in a house. You gotta have a pool
Gotta have
table.
a pool
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So you gonna pull
Especially
that
if
game?
you're all like college
That's
roommates.
a teledildonics game, okay? You go break off the real hot and heavy physical intimacy,
No,
and you're
well,
gonna be
no,
like,
see,
"Stop it,
yeah, okay,
hush,
go ahead."
hush," because that is what he said at the beginning. He was like, "Yeah, I
Maybe,
want that
maybe,
technology. in my house.
maybe.
Do you need that distance?
Maybe.
You gonna do that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be successful?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be successful.
Let's talk. Do you think it's gonna be successful?
Sorry,
Is he
we're
gonna be
asking the
successful?
female opinion now.
We're really
You
doing
can
it.
say your name.
Great
This is
Danielle.
all
Danielle.
awkward.
Danielle.
I'm sorry.
Danielle.
I was hoping to
If
introduce everybody.
You're in the middle
Danielle,
of the scenario. All of a
Kyra's
sudden,
PA.
You get handed one of these love pals.
I'm leaving.
Okay then, I'm out this bitch.
No,
Rivopolis.
no.
We brought the truth to the streets, baby.
She's a lot of woman, though. She's a lot of woman. You know what I mean? What about, you know what
That
I
is
mean?
something you can only say to a black girl. You're a lot of woman.
She knows her power.
No, I'm just saying. I've said that to 3 white girls in my life, and I've gotten hit
Bitch
every
slap.
time.
Yeah. You the shit. Hey, give me some more.
All right.
You know, you ain't the shit until you get bitch slapped, get a
Yeah,
drink thrown
yeah.
in your face.
Yeah.
But the shit is getting an old lady to beat you with a purse. When you do that, you the shit completely.
All right. Well, I haven't had that. I'm sorry.
Well, it's coming. It's coming for you.
But at least I'll be honest about it, right? I'm not going to be
actualize it for
like
you.
fronting, as it were. No, I'm just saying, like, when I say, like, yeah, you're a lot of woman, like, and I don't mean that like you're big. I just mean, like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
you know what I
if they
mean?
get offended, just
a lot
say
to
I'm a
work
lot of
with.
man, yeah.
A lot to work with.
I'm a lot of man.
I don't like to say that. I don't like to. It feels
gotta
too
do
like there's that problem when you like that braggadocio. You put yourself up on a pedestal, they can just knock that shit down any
Yeah.
day. Like I'm a lot of man, because then when they walk out, they're like, by the way, you were very much not a lot of
You
man.
know how you be thinking you full of self-esteem, and then a woman comes along and makes you feel
You are-
insignificant about
you are-
yourself?
You are so much not that even much of a man, and you're like, I'm a lot of man.
You ain't no man. You ain't
What
no
I was
kinda
saying about the teledildonics with 3 girls is
Mm.
a situation where like 2 girls are hanging out in a room. Let's say some chick and a roommate, and she's over in Romania because I like them Transylvanian bitches, and I'm over here in California because I like Hollywood, and so I'm fucking my teledildonic pussy hole, right? And she's over there and she's like, woo, and then her roommate walks in and she's like, hey, blah blah blah. It'd be like, oh, here's a second one.
Yeah.
You can
Join
fuck them
in.
too. That would be awesome.
That's all I'm saying.
See, me and Kyra, right here.
Okay,
You
listen.
didn't. You missed it. He gave me.
No.
He gave me an elective second fist bump out of nowhere.
This
So,
is the last thing that I'll say on the issue.
and then
of
we'll play some Google
teledildonic.
Feud.
I just feel like your scenario, as fanciful as it is,
No, I'm with you there.
I
I'm a
fe-
fanciful man.
I feel like as awesome as the future teledildonic sex will be, you're just going to see a level of hesitancy between someone who has never seen or experienced this person
Today they
before,
haven't.
just being like, yeah, give me that robo penis simulator and let me have sex with this random person that I'll never see. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that.
If I may,
factor
if I
is
may,
being minimized.
if I
That's
may,
all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
If
saying.
I may, in 1995,
Where you gonna take it
I
back?
recall a conversation between a bunch of friends of mine and myself while we were all high, and we were talking about the potential for cell phones because they had they had the Zach Morris phone still. It was like not a lot of 95. I mean, you could sort of still, but you had to put down like $1,000 deposit, and it was kind of shitty. And it was like nobody in this group of like 10 people, not a single person wanted one because they were like, listen, I don't think I need somebody to be able to call me any time of the day. That's what they all said. I guarantee you, every single one of them has a cell phone now and keeps it on them all the time. It's like their lifeline. Like everybody who has a cell phone, it's just like that's all you need. Like I need my cell phone and my
cell
keys and my
Without
wallet,
it,
and
you
I'm
feel-
good.
Yeah, you
Not-
feel naked.
naked.
No one is going to feel
I don't even go into the
naked
bathroom without it.
teledildonics. Do you understand?
I'm only saying that today it
No
might
one
seem
is
a little
going to
weird,
reach that
but
threshold.
maybe 20 years from now.
Everybody have their teledildonic.
Even
Yeah.
in Demolition Man, they shit wasn't fucking.
Because here's the potential for an entirely new industry is where you hook up to you could just sort of like online chicks who do that shit for money, right?
Right.
And they hook their shit into your shit. I'm sure it's just a passcode thing like Bluetooth pairing. So you type in a passcode and you're like, now I'm fucking this girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they could.
I
make money
guarantee you
like
that's
that.
going to be a
Very
thing. I'm just telling you right now, that is going to be an
That is
industry.
scary. Yeah.
That will definitely happen.
Depression.
Definitely happen. Really? Why?
That's a little
It's just happy people being happy.
No, this does not sound like happiness, bro.
You'd be like a virtual
It's the same thing as
gigolo.
cam
Yeah.
girls now.
Don't-
You can talk to
Cam
you.
girls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same fucking thing. Only
That also doesn't sound like
she
lot of
gets a little
happiness.
something out of it too, because she gets to
Doesn't
feel you
sound-
fucking her.
There's no happiness. Ain't no
right.
happiness nowhere.
I wish we had a town hall meeting here. I'm telling you, I think it would be. I think most people would be on the side of Kira and I.
It's
Kira.
That works.
I'm sorry, it keeps fucking with me. The spelling.
I
I'm a
take-
spelling person.
Take all of the above.
All right.
I think-
Do
I
you want
think
to play
it'll
some
be-
Google Feud? Sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, fuck yeah.
No, you're gonna.
No, I was just thinking it would be the end of the world. Did you ever see that Futurama where they had the Marilyn Monroe robots?
Yes.
And then they
Don't
stopped doing-
date robots.
That's
Yeah.
teledildonic.
I have that on my in our.
I
There you
rest
go.
my case.
It's on the soundboard.
I rest my case.
Now the difference
soundboard.
between what we're talking about and the Marilyn Monroe bot, the whole idea with the Marilyn Monroe bot, wow, that was fucked up. Was like this was a pleasure machine, a person who had all the personalities of a person, but just had unrequited love for you all the time and was incapable of ever not loving you because it was programmed to love you and fuck you whenever you wanted to, or not fuck you if you didn't want to, or leave you to do your work whenever you wanted to. And that was the whole thing. Like, the kid didn't want to do anything except fuck this woman who always wanted to fuck him and didn't want to fuck anybody else because she was programmed to only fuck him. So, of course, that's the downplay of society. But humans fucking other humans over the expanse of thousands of miles, I think we need that if we're ever going to get to space travel.
Okay.
How dare you bring NASA
taken.
into this?
All right, Google Feud. You said before that you had listened to some shows, so I don't know if you've caught Google Feud before.
I have not, but I did tune in. I missed this part.
It's all good, all good. Now, we play a game not totally dissimilar to Family Feud of yore. If you'll remember on Family Feud, they'd say, survey says, or whatever. They'd bring up a thing, what do husbands do on the weekends or whatever. You know what I mean? Common complaints around the house or whatever. Okay. Survey says. They'd go out and they'd ask a bunch of people on the street, and that was their survey. Now you can basically survey Google in real time because if you type in a partial sentence, you'll get 10 suggestions for the end of that sentence.
What would they say? Yeah.
Right. So each of us comes up with a partial sentence in turns. So let's start with you. You come up with a partial sentence, like 2-3 words.
Do I have to write it down?
And then we all guess 3 end of sentences out of the 10 possible ones. Does that make sense?
So I'll write down 3 words.
Well, yeah. So,
Once you come up with a
some
prompt.
past examples, like last week we did the future is, and then we also did sometimes I like and my family is. So you'd come up with whatever, and we all at once we have 1 minute to write down 3 suggestions.
Okay.
Right, for the end of the sentence. Hopefully that all makes sense. I'm terrible at explaining this. I need like a.
That's pretty good. So that's
But
bad.
I feel like I don't know. Hopefully you got it. I think you got it.
Yeah,
I
you
think
you're
so.
good.
So I'm
So do
going
you have a-
first?
Yeah, if you have a prompt.
And if you don't have one, maybe Teddy or myself. I don't have anything right now. I can't think of anything. Ooh, I do have one.
Black
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
are.
Ooh, I think we may have done this before, but let me just see if anything could
been a
potentially
long time,
come up.
I think, since we ever did Black People Are.
You're just doing this to make me uncomfortable. Surprisingly, yes. It does seem like there are
All right.
a bunch of suggestions. This is going to be bad news for
you've
me.
opened the can
We have
of
1 minute
worms.
to write down 3.
Black People Are. Got it.
Oh, we all
Ready.
finished early.
Hey,
Look
you
at
didn't
that.
even give me the favorite part, you son of a bitch. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Kyra, you can go ahead and start us off. Black people
I'm
are.
going to conserve some page space next time. Right? A little big. there.
Whatever.
The first one I put is the prefix was black people are. I put
Yeah.
omnipotent in all aspects of life.
Okay.
Okay.
Bold statement.
Wow.
Take it. Next one.
I don't know if that's going to come up on Google, but I like it.
The next
All right.
one are black people are kings and queens of Zamunda.
I like it. Well played.
Coming to America. Love it. All right. All right.
My third and last one is black people are stealing cars currently.
2 points. All right. What you got?
That's what I had.
You get 2 points for
Right.
making us laugh.
Black people are incredibly poor.
I just knew this was going to be bleak.
Black people are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
That's gonna be on there.
Black people are not
You're thinking of
supposed to be
Aerosmith, by the
here.
way.
No.
Oh, black people are not supposed to be here?
Yes.
Not supposed to be here.
Black people are. Some of this is autobiographical.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Black people are in my house. That's true. That is literally happening right now. I just want Google to know about it. Black people are hated by Republicans.
Oh, solid choice. Damn.
Black people are not a fan of my tuna casserole.
I love tuna.
All right. No, I was trying to think what's the whitest dish
Yeah.
that black people would be like, What is this bullshit?
This tuna casserole is stank. It's my black
Is it
race.
stank or dank? I
It's
don't know.
stank. It's
Black
stank.
people
Yours is
are. This is
stank.
gonna be so bad. I can feel it. Rude, lazy, ignorant, awesome. Oh, I was gonna write awesome.
I didn't write off.
Damn it.
I write on
Ghetto, gods.
Then
Ooh.
I say kings and queens. Fuck, I was thinking gods.
No,
though.
but what was the top one? Omnipotent.
Omnipotent. That's gods. Yeah.
Oh,
Close.
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
The
know.
most hated race: funny, gross, and cool. I really wanted to write awesome. That was going to be my second one, but I thought, no, that sounds like pandering. I can't do that.
Google Feud.
I'm really glad
I like
that
it.
All right.
number one for black people on Google is rude.
So we got
Straight
2
up.
points
Well done,
for,
black people.
for Cyrah.
Well
I'll give
done.
you 2 points. I felt like I get at least 2, maybe 4.
You get
I don't know. I'll let you decide.
Tuna casseroles too. So it's two for
Well, you
Kyra,
seem
two
to
for
enjoy
me.
the in my house, so that's why I was
That's
going
good.
on it.
That's good.
But I was going to give you 2 points.
Oh well, all right. Everyone's two across
Yeah,
the
yeah,
board.
yeah.
now, Okay.
Oh, it's several
All right,
rounds.
we're all deuced up here.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was saying. You should
What you
settle
got?
this way.
If you don't got one, I got one.
You go ahead first if you
All
want
right.
to go first.
My phone is.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Maybe a better one would be my phone keeps.
My phone keeps.
Pick one.
Let me see what. Let me see.
There we
My.
go.
Hold on. My. I think my phone keeps could work.
My phone keeps. Okay.
My phone keeps.
Okay. Mm.
Oh.
Got it. I'll go with that.
Got it.
I'll roll with that. I play this one safer.
I'm going for the win, motherfuckers. I'm going for the win. Herm Edwards in this bitch. Mitch, what you got?
I hear that sound every
Okay.
time I ejaculate. It's like.
I don't think we've ever heard
My
Google Feud.
phone keeps dragging my heart around.
Oh, okay. All right.
My phone keeps my balls warm.
Yeah.
I had a real on the third one. It's going to be one of 2 things because I don't think I'm allowed to get points for both. So I'm not sure. I rewrote it like 4 times.
There we go.
My phone keeps me isolated.
Oh.
I wasn't sure to say people isolated
Oh.
or me isolated. I feel like either one of those is going to be it. I'm going to go with me because it said my phone.
Way to bring the
So
sound.
my phone keeps me isolated.
That's my place.
That's not autobiographical, by the way, first and foremost. All that
Tyra, what you got?
does not keep my balls warm.
I wanted to go with multiple things for my first one, but I was playing this one safe. So my phone keeps telling me I'm the devil. Is my first one.
I was actually going to go with originally, my phone keeps telling me the devil's calling.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. But
Something
all right.
along those lines.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
Secondly, my phone keeps shutting off. Playing it safe.
Oh, that is definitely going to be on there.
Points,
My
he
phone
said.
keeps me sane.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
I think Kyra's got this round.
Playing for points there.
What you
Yeah,
got,
I'm
sir?
playing it safe.
Okay.
Mr. Tutson.
My phone keeps ringing at work. My
Damn it.
That's
phone
gonna be a point.
keeps getting shut off.
God damn it! I
Great
lost
minds.
this round, that's
My
for sure.
phone keeps getting blown up by hood rats.
Okay.
Blown up is gonna be on there.
Well, no, it's got to be if you're going to go for a full sentence, it's got to be
I have a
my phone
hood
Come on, hood rats.
credit.
restarting, turning off by itself. That's
Damn.
you, right?
Yeah, both of us.
You didn't have the restarting, freezing, turning off randomly, restarting itself, randomly vibrating, turning on off, force closing, overheating, saying joy.
Overheating, that's balls, right? Nothing
No,
warm?
not close enough. I think.
Okay.
You got 2 points out of that, right? Unless we're going with the turning on and off or turning off randomly. Which one? What did you actually write down?
I wrote shutting off.
What are you going to do? Randomly or turning off by itself? What do you think? I would say randomly is a bit closer because it says keeps turning off. So let's go 4. You got 4 points. 4
I'll take
points
it.
on that.
That's a
You
good
get more
number.
points the further down it is.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So it's sort of like you aim for the weird edge cases.
Yeah, it's
All right.
Ideally, Feel free, by the way, if you have any suggestions for.
You want to do the next one?
Okay, here we go. Here we
Good
go.
one.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you have a partial search query,
Oh, roger that.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
If you can think of something that you want to know what Google thinks. We asked the people at home as well when they're chatting. They're not very chatty tonight, so I didn't really know.
Here is what I got for the people.
Okay.
Nobody understands.
Nobody. I'm feeling like it's doing that thing where it puts the word just after the. Hold on, you're not playing this game. Does it start with nobody understands? Are there 10 of them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
we can do that.
Okay.
All right, you look. So
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Nobody
Got it.
understands.
Idea chime in.
Oh man, I got this shit covered. Shit. Nah.
Got it.
You're lucky that I didn't write down what Teddy Tutson says at the beginning of Straight Riffin', because I know that wouldn't be on there, and it would just be me. All right, go ahead. What you got?
Nobody understands my poetry. Nobody understands the sadness. And nobody understands what it feels like to be an orphan.
Those are all good ones.
Nobody understands me.
Damn you.
Nobody understands the trouble I see.
That's definitely up there.
Nobody understands quantum science. It's true.
That is true.
It's true.
You son of
I don't know if I should go with quantum mechanics. I'm worried that quantum mechanics will be a thing, or quantum computing. Something quantum. I should have just said quantum.
Should've.
Damn it. All right, go
Quantum
ahead.
leap.
We'll see. If it comes up, we'll see what people think.
Nobody understands Italian. Nobody understands Woody Harrelson.
Sorry, right off the bat, I'm just going like, I can just imagine some drunk hick just be like, nobody understands Italian. That shit's bullshit. That ain't a language. Sorry.
My second one was nobody understands Woody Harrelson, and then my third one is nobody understands trans fat. I don't really know what zero trans fat means.
good.
So
It's good.
I did look it up once, but you don't need to worry about all that. You know, working out and shit. Nobody understands quotes.
Are
yeah,
you
like 3 of
fucking
them.
kidding me?
Me, I get 2 quantum mechanics.
What
Did
you
I
put?
say? Oh, it's science. Come on. Give you some credit on that one.
No.
2 for the 6. Come
No.
on.
No.
My depression? Who had my depression?
I thought you had.
You said my
I
sadness.
said the sadness. I said
The sadness or my
that was the
sadness?
first- that was the second one.
sadness.
Did you say the sadness or my sadness?
You know, the sadness is my depression. That's what I call my depression.
If you
I
just
call
said
it
my
the
sadness, I'm giving it to you.
I said
I'll
the-
give you half.
I said the sadness.
What do you think?
I'll
Should we give
I'll
him
allow
half?
it. Yeah, I'll accept it.
All right. We'll give you half of.
It's a branch.
So you get 3 points on that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to get 6.
Nobody understands
I got
Rayman.
Yeah.
Really? As a video game character?
You talking about Rain Man?
Nah, I remember
No,
the
it's
video.
Raymond?
Rayman.
Yeah,
Raymond?
It was like on Sega or some shit.
Is that oh.
It's a PlayStation
Oh.
game.
PlayStation.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
So how many for you, Mitch?
I got 6.
You
Hey, y'all balling.
slut.
You got 3.
Got nada.
Mitch comes back.
He got 2. He got 2
He
here.
got 2?
What'd I get?
What'd he get?
Nothing.
Did you? You didn't get any of the ones on there, but I gave you 2 for the Italian
Oh, yeah,
thing was
that's right.
hilarious.
Oh.
So.
I'll take it.
That's
8.
8, 10, 5.
Woo!
Mitch pulls
Wait,
it
how
out.
did I get 10? 2 plus 6 is 8.
Sorry.
I tied with Kyra.
It's 10 minus 2.
Damn it. Damn it.
Well, as long as we beat Teddy.
Fuck the both of you. Fuck the both of you. You ain't
Yeah, and I got 3 fist bumps out of the night. I'd call this a win all around.
You ain't never get no
I
more
beat
fist
Teddy
bumps
at the
anyway.
Google feud,
Damn
and I got a
it.
bunch of fist bumps.
I should have said
So
my
I'm doing
depression.
good.
I should have said
what if you
depression.
Kyra, what do you
away-
want to plug for the people at home? Where can they find you?
Oh, okay.
Where can they stalk you?
I was gonna say, what if we gave away, like, we got together and gave away teledodonics? What would that be lucrative? Like to just give them away? You know, you buy a bunch, $49.95, right? So if
I
you
believe
bulk
it's
order,
Right,
just give them away as some kind of community service. To,
Sure. If I was going to do that, I would honestly rather just sell molds of my cock. If I was gonna give away things that people could fuck for $50 a pop, I would just mold my dick.
I'm gonna eat all the cost
Yeah.
because it's worth it for
Yeah.
the people.
Well, I should say it's mold my cock plus a cock extender. They don't need to know that, but at least it looks. They'll be like, really?
They do now.
This thing's like a baguette.
Where can
It's not attractive.
people find me?
Baguette.
I have a
That's
website.
right, ladies. We got a
sorry.
baguette in my
Yeah,
pants.
you're
What's
in the
going
middle- You're in the
on?
middle of plugging.
Put
it.
some
Yeah.
sauce in there. All right, sorry.
I was just saying, CyrahHawkins.com, the CyrahHawkins. It's some people I got to shout out. Is that cool? I would like to
shout away.
shout out my mentors because, they trained me. So my acting coach, Troy Skinner, Breaking Through Acting Workshop. He's the business.
Shout out.
Shapiro Hardiman, FAMU Strikers, founder artistic director.
Shout out.
Chuck Maldonado, he's a world famous choreographer. He's currently in Africa shooting a movie. I don't
Shout
know
out to Africa.
if I can say what movie. And everybody else, the Strikers All Stars. That's my group. That's who my roommates are. We're a dance crew. So
The Shaka All Stars.
Strikers All Stars.
Strikers All Stars.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout all them out.
I'm not doing this right, am I?
They're probably watching right now. So
Oh.
what's up, Splacks? And then I have I just shot a Honda commercial. I'm a mascot, so you won't know it's me, but just know that it is me.
You'll feel it.
Yeah.
You'll
I
feel it.
have
What were
a-
you driving? Civic?
No, I was a mascot.
Civic
This is a basketball
CX
game.
hybrid?
I didn't drive at all.
Oh, okay. Is it
What's
it's just
that?
for the whole Honda family?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
That's
it's
good. That's good.
It's a dope concept. They're at a basketball
Are
game.
they trying to bring you on to be like? Is that the only way that being a recurring character in a commercial would work? Is if you're wearing a suit and nobody knows?
Like the
because then
Jack
you can still
Links,
walk
the
around and
Sasquatch,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like him.
Sasquatch, exactly.
It's the same guy. I also have a Miller Lite that's coming out. I have lines in it. It's gonna come out during football season, so that one's good.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it's about
fancy.
Valentine's Day.
I will
or
not
some
see
shit.
that,
Yeah.
but I'll ask Teddy
pretty
what
good.
it was like
Well
when,
done.
when he sees it because
Got
he
a-
watches that.
I got some shit on Netflix. I got some movies out. Honey 2 is one of them. Freak Dance is another one that was produced by Upright Citizens Brigade. Got like Amy Poehler in it and other people like that from SNL.
Nice.
I play like a drug dealer. It's a movie about weed and dancing. It's kind of weird. I'm on like
Honey 2, Weed Boogaloo.
yeah. There you go. Actually, Freak Dance talks about the Boogaloo and shit. It's supposed to be like a spoof movie of all the dance movies ever. So
Good,
they
good.
get some Boogaloo stuff in there.
Good.
Did
All
y'all-
right.
Speaking of Electric Boogaloo, did y'all ever see Breaking One with Van Damme clapping in the circle?
I never saw.
It's the
I never
funniest
saw
shit
Breaking
ever.
You sure you're not thinking of Kickboxer?
Breaking One had Kickboxer dancing in a leotard, clapping in a circle, offbeat in a motherfucker, but he was there and he was.
No, I was gonna say he did that in Kickboxer as well, so that's why I was like,
Yeah, that's like.
and
one of
that's
his
why
main-
he got cast, Mitch.
I'm guessing.
Write
I
me a
liked it 'cause
role
he's-
for Van
clap.
Damme.
I liked it because he's all drunk and stuff, and he's like, "Come on,
Clap.
let's drink."
He plays that good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he's
was good.
dope.
It was
I
good.
love Van Damme.
I fucking
Unrhythmic-
watched the shit out of
unrhythmic
Kickboxer as a
clap
kid.
there.
I
That's
used to
my
every
plugs.
day I do that thing when I split my legs. I'd put a coffee
Nah.
table down
No,
and then
fuck
an end table, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." I did that shit for like 2
Did
years.
you let somebody drop cantaloupes on your
No,
stomach? Yeah,
mm-mm.
that
No, I
some
was
bullshit.
didn't have any friends, so this is just me trying to stretch
You
out
gotta
like
go and
Van
make some
Damme.
dares on the
And I thought
internet.
for sure, like, yeah,
Yeah.
if you just rip your fucking loin open, then eventually you
can
get
straddle, yeah.
but no,
I still haven't tried it. I'd like to. I still haven't. I need
you're
a
not
sense
very
of-
flexible. I would think with all the dancing. No.
Yeah, but I can't do it.
Do they
Van
teach you
Damme
to
back
stretch your
kick.
shit out?
Yeah. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not Van Damme. That motherfucker spinning. He can still do it. The spinning back kick he did in Expendables.
JCVD.
Still at it. Yeah.
What you got, Mr. Tutson?
Oh man, the streets. Of
course.
Just running them.
Them screets.
That's
yeah.
it. All up in them.
Word.
That's it. Mitch.
Yeah. I will. Shit. I had a bunch of gigs this month. I don't know the dates on it. I think I might have one on Saturday. Leo Sanders just posted that the Pico Joke Show is doing a Saturday show,
Oh, I got gigs.
and he
Saturday and
told me that
Saturday.
he was gonna let me on the next one. So I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a show at Pico Joke Show on Saturday. Even if I'm not, everyone should still go because Leo Sanders is a very funny man, and he always puts on a great show at the Pico Joke Show. Anywho, thank y'all for listening, and
Good.
we'll catch you again next
Sayonara.
week.
Good night, bitches.
Thanks for listening to Straight Riffin'. You can catch all past and future episodes of Straight Riffin' on the official website riffin.net, riffin.net. Keep in mind, we do air live every Monday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 10 p.m. to midnight for you East Coasters. You can actually watch that right on Facebook, on our fan page, facebook.com/straightriffin. Like us, check out the Ustream page. You can even chat while we're doing the show. That's how we interact with the fans. We thank you so much for listening. Check out riffin.net. Buy my album. Buy Teddy's album. We'll catch you again next time. And rip the fuck on, bitches!